What's going on, everyone? I'm actually not seeing any screen. No, I see it. We're good. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to HP Live. This is the #1 place for Pokemon news, rumors, speculation. We're speed rounding today because it's the Pokemon World Championships 2025. The event is starting in California right now. Today we're going to be doing some predictions for what we can expect to see at the closing ceremony on Sunday. And we will be right here on this channel live streaming that event because we will be getting a trailer, likely. There's like a 99% chance we're going to be getting a trailer at the end of Pokemon Worlds, potentially for Pokemon Legends ZA, Pokemon Champions, definitely some spin-off stuff. We're trying to get new information. Super stoked to be here. My name is DustyGogoat. Today I'm joined by TraderLumi.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up? I'm hype.
Yeah, Pokemon Worlds is happening, guys. It's happening right now. All our friends are in Anaheim. The FOMO's never been real. More real.
More real, yeah. You have this muted, right? Because this gotta be like...
Yeah, it's muted.
Some kind of
it's all muted. How you guys feeling? We also got a bunch of... What have you guys been up to today? We also had a bunch of... there's a new Legends ZA demo that went out that a bunch of people got early access to. And so there's been, nothing groundbreaking, but there has been little nuggets of new glimpses at what Legends ZA really is all about. I think we'll be covering that a little bit today, but where your heads are at? Where your heads at?
Oh my, it's been crazy.
All over the place? Is that an answer?
All over the place.
I don't know. Yeah, this is, I don't know. This kind of, did it spring up on y'all? Like, I know that like we've been thinking like worlds. But all of a sudden, it's like, oh, Worlds today.
Yeah, it's literally today.
Okay.
No, I don't think you're alone. I think it did. It did catch up to me a little bit. I feel like it's been a busy.
You guys. I've been like, it's happening.
It's been a busy summer.
It's sprung up on me. I've been like freaking out.
It's been a busy summer, So I just think other stuff's going on.
It's, real life things happening all the time. The video at the beginning of this was really cool. The animation. I want to go back and watch it eventually.
I think we could.
That was pretty neat.
I could go back a little bit just to play it, but
you're gonna go back a little bit and Masuda's gonna walk out there like, here's Gen 10.
We can go back and watch it later. It's online. But
it is actually mentioning Masuda. Masuda's there, which is pretty.
Oh, he's always there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. Could be something.
I mean, but also counterpoint, he was there last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
technically, there's always something.
So, how about this? For anyone who's unaware, Pokemon Worlds at the closing ceremony, which is going to be on Sunday, I think I don't know what the global time is, but for Eastern Standard on our time zone, it's going to be around. I think it's 10 p.m. is when the closing ceremony is going to start after. There's a crowned victor for the video game championship, the TCG championship. There's all those different brackets. Everyone's gonna play. We're gonna have some winners. We're gonna have some losers, and then there's gonna be a closing ceremony where, historically, usually they show something new, whether it's a new Pokemon, maybe a new competitive strategy via a Pokemon signature ability or move, anything like that. We've gotten new Pokemon. I think there's been, I don't know if, I guess what I'm thinking is we might get a new Mega Evolution for Legends EA revealed on Sunday. And I also think it's very likely that we might get some new information in Champions, or for Champions specifically. I think a lot of the competitive fans, the Pokemon fans, whether it's VGC or even singles, I think people want to know about Champions a little bit more than the very little that we do know about. I think the conversation has been about the speculation on whether or not Champions is going to be the mainline, competitive format going forward.
At least for next year, yeah. I think that's the #1 thing that I'm looking forward to. I think is just the hard confirmation, is Champions next year or not? Because I'm gonna be real, if they don't say it's not. If they don't reveal it that it's not next year, then I'm going to start believing it's not.
They literally have to say it now. There's maybe another slight chance that it could be revealed later on, like in December or January or something. But this would be the time. This would definitely be the time. They literally talk about the next worlds at the end of this world.
Right.
Like, it's going to be in San Francisco, and what is it going to be on? If they don't say Champions here, I'm like, it's not going to be on Champions. Like,
that's another weird thing that we kind of have still hanging from last year, is that we normally get the announcement of the next worlds, but last year instead they went ahead and said, hey, 2025 is Anaheim, 2026 is San Francisco. So we're in this weird place now where it's like, why'd they do that? You know what I mean? And maybe it's because they're gonna reveal here, hey, we're actually gonna be moving to Champions for the next worlds, and that's kind of what the next worlds announcement is.
Mm-hmm.
Who's on? Sense. Is this Reba right now on screen?
Reba? No.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Could you imagine?
That was at Nashville Worlds.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. No, I think I wanna know about that. Like, I really want to know what Champions is really, what the scope of Champions is really going to be.
I mean, you will know after today. You will know, or not today. The World's Championship, the whole thing. After the whole thing, you will know.
You do think outside of an announcement, or like outside of a trailer? Oh, that's true, because they will state what the new format will be. You're right.
If they closing ceremonies, they should say, like, hey, next year we are moving to Pokemon Champions.
Yeah.
And then I imagine they would even go like, here's a new trailer for it, and then you get a little trailer.
Yeah. If they don't do that, it's like Champions is just a side game, like, that they're making so that you can play battles in it. Like, it's literally a battle sim to, like, prepare for VGC, I suppose, but you still can't even use megas. Like, it's so weird because they push the whole it's mega season thing. I guess it could be for the TCG mostly and, like, Unite. But it's like,
I'll always stand by that one screen grab of Wolfe Glick and a Mega Charizard X.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like the guy from It's Always Sunny with the cork board.
Yeah. You stand by it if they're like, they don't say anything about it being the world's circuit. Like, Champions is the circuit for
it will
Worlds
diminish
2026.
greatly for me, but I do feel like there seriously is so much stuff pointing to us leaving Scarlet and Violet next year. For the VGC circuit.
Other than it's going to be 3 years after this, right? It's
well,
like the fourth year of Scarlet and Violet. It's just
my biggest thing too is, like, forget the fact that, like, Champions exists and it's, the mega season and all that stuff that they've said, but also right now they've done this thing where they're going back to regulation. I think it's H. Don't quote me on that, but they're using an older regulation for Scarlet and Violet, and they're making, this is starting September 1st. They're making the, like, ranked battles, like the Bow Stadium battles, will, like, feature a mythical, and that is always, like, not even always. I think they've only done it one other time. It's the last thing they do for that game for its VGC circuit. So it's like, it's crazy because they're just putting out a billion things, and all those things are saying, like, hey, Champions next year. So is there a chance that it's not Champions next year? Absolutely, but it's pointing that way.
Hallie Wedge says, this is my first time watching anything about Worlds, and I'm just so confused as to what is happening right now. So if you're watching, we're playing the opening ceremony for Pokemon Worlds. Right now, there's a sea of people in like an auditorium watching the stage as they open the events. All the tournaments are gonna be, take place on this main stage. So they're really just putting on a show for the live event, and then also broadcasting it to us right now. So yeah, I think like all the dancers and the singers, etc. That's gonna that kind of stuff is exciting when you're, like, there in the room. I think they're doing it for. We got
the man's here.
All right, here we go.
He's arrived.
He's getting
Ishihara is on screen right now. I'm gonna put the audio back on. Here we go. Here we go.
He's gonna speak Japanese the whole time anyway.
Yeah, but he has a translator.
I know.
All right.
Hello, trainers, and welcome to the 2025.
It's always that guy.
He's greeting us.
It is always that guy.
Come on, give me something. What's he saying?
We're gonna find out. And hold on.
First, want to thank everyone who traveled from around the globe to be here today, and of course, all of you joining us online. It is your love and support.
Yo, he's talking about us, the people online.
Show us some love and support too.
And Cozy, we are gonna be talking about the reviews of the demo. We got a couple articles that we're gonna be reviewing as well.
Yeah, just gotta do the ceremony first. See if there's anything here.
Whether you're here to compete, watch the rise of the next world champions, or to enjoy all of the event activities, I hope you all have
I wonder if they'll
a great
mention the
time
demo.
making special memories with your friends.
Because that would have been the opportunity.
This should. I mean, but also you can't get tickets for it anymore. So
No, he's just greeting. He's just greeting us.
Yeah, I mean that's the normal opening kind of thing. We'll see if there's anything else.
I'm not even trying to get information out of this. I think I just want to hear the man talk. These are like
I also
hold
truly
on.
appreciate all of the family and friends who are joining our trainers this weekend. It is your love and support.
Shout out to the
these
spouses.
competitors that help them overcome the challenges they faced on their way to Worlds this year.
Oh, true.
what do you mean? Shout out to the spouses. They got to go to Disneyland. They're good.
Yeah, it's true. That's a
For
good
real.
point. Yeah, and the parents who drove all the kids to compete in the juniors division.
Yeah.
For real.
And MT Arts has been a mythical tier member for 11 months. Thank you, buddy.
This year,
Serebi's video is also probably the best one I've seen so far. Also, I'm happy to see you guys. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for the support.
and I look forward to seeing you all again there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I was trying to see what he was saying.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
he might
he's
say
saying-
that they're gonna be news on Sunday. He might say that.
Yeah, he's saying the news is on Sunday. That's what he's saying. Hold on.
Now, please enjoy the show and competition, and I wish the best of luck to all of our competitors this week.
Dude, I
Kinda
can't.
said that, but I don't know.
Guys,
I think he did kind of say it.
the Sunday stream is going to be so much fun because we're actually going to be like watching the battles, and it's going to be super fun to like commentate and just to see. I don't know, the competition does get me excited. I'm like uninvested, but like listen, this is the Super Bowl. This is Pokemon Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
we got to get hyped, you know? HHJan594, thank you for your generous super chat. They say, hey, Hidden Power Podcast, this is Jan. Oh, it's Jan. I hope
Hey,
they
Jan.
show a goofy new Mega this year. If you have been following me, you know which one I'm hoping to see. But yeah, no guarantee last year. They showed nothing ZA related. Thank you, Jan. Thanks for being here. Hope
Jan
you're
lives for the chaos.
yeah, hope you're having a good day.
Thanks, Jan.
I feel like I don't know.
Hey, yo.
Oh, there was a for alligator.
I love
For
it.
alligator.
Oh, that's cool.
No, I feel like if they reveal a mega, it's gonna be like in Champions, and they'll just like
Yeah.
mention, hey, you can.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if they're gonna do a Champions related thing, and I really think they will, in the finale or in the closing ceremony, I feel like doing a dedicated Legend ZA trailer might take away from that, and maybe
Yeah.
they want Champions to shine here.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
But then I imagine, like, it's August, the game's coming out in literally 2 months from tomorrow. So we'll probably get a ZA trailer. If we don't get one, we'd probably get a ZA trailer like this coming week or the next,
Yeah. It hurts, man. It hurts. Like, if we don't get anything this weekend, I'm gonna be like, what is happening with these people? Because I don't understand. Even when you compare it to any other mainline game, I mean, in modern history, let's say, in modern times, because I don't really know the promotional cycles of the old ones. But it's like, yo, we're 2 months away and we got one new design revealed. like, are we serious? And like, we're scrapping and getting excited about like previews that like usually they just go over like whatever because we're so like starved for content that we're like freaking out about that. But
2 months from Legends Arceus, that would have been November. So at that point, we had Hisuian Zorua, Hisuian Zoroark, Hisuian Braviary, Hisuian Growlithe, Weirdeer, Basculegion, and Cleavor all revealed. So you had
It's so
7
crazy. We had 7 by
designs.
like 2
By
months
now,
time.
yeah, by now we had 7 for Hisui revealed.
Yeah.
It's like, do they just not want to show anything at all? And I mean, maybe that's definitely their strategy was to not show that much. It's clear.
Yeah.
But
It's strange, man. You'd think that's such a good way to capitalize on Mega Evolution coming back too, is being like, not only is it coming back, look at this. Look, we've got a bunch of new ones.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I-
I'll never understand Pokemon's marketing.
if I didn't know anything about like leaks or anything, I'd be like, okay, so we're getting like 5 new megas. I'd be like, okay, you know, because it's a Legends game, you'd think like they're not gonna give us that much, and then maybe they give us like 3 regional forms or something. You know?
I think
It's like-
there's I think there's more on the horizon. I don't know. I think they're showing Scarlet and Violet. Oh, obviously that's like the battle. Sorry, just got distracted by the video. They showed Scarlet and
That's all
Violet on
good.
screen.
Yeah.
My brain thought it was a like a trailer or
the
whatever.
animations in this have already been way better, higher quality than any other worlds I've ever watched. Actually,
Yeah,
I like this whole thing.
They've updated like not their UI, but like their layout and stuff in recent tournaments, and it's much nicer, much cleaner.
Yeah, it's nice to like see stuff. What was I gonna say? So I don't know. I feel like every time we talk about anticipation or like expectations or what we don't have yet in the release cycle, I do think it's important to bring up, you know, the fact that like we've just known about this game for a lot longer than normal. I think you bring up a good point that there is a lot of actually hold on. I think I'm having a dishwasher delivered. Let me just check out the window real quick. Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Should we try to guess what he was gonna say?
It was in the middle of what he was about to say.
He was.
No, I don't know if I agree with what he's saying anymore. Like, because I'm kind of behind that a little bit. Like, obviously that has a part to play. Like, us knowing about this game a whole 2 years ahead of time, essentially. But the whole fact that it's going to be 2 months away and we have one design revealed is just mind-boggling to me. Like,
yeah.
it's unprecedented. It's something they've never, like, essentially never done before, because like I said, the older ones, obviously they probably didn't do as much promotion either.
I'm hoping I guess it's just like I'm hoping that in the next like month they start just gearing up the hype. I think something else, I don't know actually.
Every week of September, and it'll be worth it.
Yeah,
We're hoping that, but like literally that's how I'm like, I think the fandom is traumatized by Legends ZA promotional cycle, because for over a year, like you've been saying, people have been like, oh, it's gonna happen now. We're gonna get trailers now. We're gonna get trailer this month. We're gonna get it that month.
Yeah,
and it's still, and like, how much do we give them? How much like mercy are we showing them? You know what I mean? Like, by the time we're just gonna be like, yeah, they'll show us something this week, and it's like October 1st.
Sure.
We get nothing. I'm
So
hurt.
I did see a review. There was some quotes that basically were suggesting that this game is a lot, or at least what was shown in the demo, and we'll get into it later, was a lot more simplistic than maybe anticipated, right? Which if I'm just following that train of thought, I'm thinking maybe this game really is not that big of a deal. Like, I don't know. Or maybe not as complex as maybe we're expecting. A lot of the conversation about this, about ZA, has been in relationship to like other games that take place in a city, other RPG games that take place in a city, right? Games like Persona, games like the Yakuza series. That's what's in my mind. I'm thinking about GTA, right? I'm thinking about like the complexity, right? The detail of these, the potential detail for this city and for this game. And I'm starting to, and we don't know, like, just to be clear, we don't know yet, but based on just one review that I saw of the demo, I'm starting to think like, oh crap, this might be a lot more simple and linear than maybe we all expected. And then listen, I'll shut up about telling everyone to shut up about the windows. I'll admit it. The windows suck. If this game really is like not as fun to play.
Is that review like? Is that like they're saying that what's more simplistic is like the battle system and stuff?
It was the they basically did the Mega Rogue or the Rogue Mega Raid
thing. Sure.
And they said that was very simplistic. So I could see that just the Rogue Mega Raids are actually just really simplistic. Like all you do is run around and pick stuff up.
See, I heard the opposite. Well, yeah, the opposite.
What did you
essentially
hear?
Was like, well, no, I mean from these reviews. Essentially,
yeah.
a lot of I've watched like 4 of them, like videos and stuff.
Oh, sure.
But a lot of people were like kind of like what's the word? Not like disillusioned. That's like too strong. But
no, I think that's what I heard. That's what I've seen so far. I've seen a lot of like a lot of almost like letdown. Like a lot of like,
there's my boy on screen right there, Justin Tang, the GOAT.
Let's go.
It's not as strong, I feel like, as disappointment, but a lot of people were saying that the regular battles were like pretty simple and pretty whatever, but then the rogue mega battles were like actual boss fights that felt like Souls-like we talked about before, where it's like you actually have to put a lot of thought into what you're doing, I guess. But it is the Absol one is like one of the early ones, so it's like level 25. It's for a demo, you're not supposed to. It's
gonna be the easiest, because it's the first time you're doing it.
But even in watching a lot of the footage, like I kind of agreed with them. Like seeing the battles, I don't know, they look a little simple, where you're just like, you push a button and it's kind of like still turn-based feeling, essentially.
Hey, on screen right now, Luca, that's the current reigning champion.
Let's go. I'm gonna get his photograph
for Pokemon Worlds 2024. It's crazy. Is this a meme? Why does everyone have Jumpluff or Skiploom?
It must be something with them.
Okay.
With the Italian community or something.
I have no idea, because it seems to be Italy, like the 2 Italy guys, or there's a 3rd Italy guy.
There's no way Skiploom.
He's not friends with them.
It's competitive. Yeah.
Well, Soul, Jumpluff actually like has had its moment in the spotlight, but Skiploom, I don't know about that. But Soul, you were in Italy for multiple months, and you had a cousin who was in Italy who just left. Figure out for us what's the deal with Skiploom over there.
Look, he's like actually like Skiploom. I'm sure we could probably search it and be like, why is Skiploom a thing with the VGC community or something? I don't know. That's random. That's so random.
Anyways, I want to hit some of these super chats. This one was planted actually. This is a co-op by Noivi, our in-house designer. He's been a member. I don't even know why he still supports, because we would just hook him up because he's literally part of the team. But Noivi, thank you for your continued support as a legendary tier member. Noivi says, we won't get New Year Worlds announcement, but you know what we got? Wink, wink. We also got some new Mega Pokemon merchandise on the merch store. Shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. They do say, Noivi also says, I also wish they reveal the Mega Legs and Mega Hoodie today. And that would be nice. Too. But guys, I want to show you this new merch. I'm so stoked. This was kind of fun to create. It was a little bit more collaborative with the whole team here at Hidden Power. This is an oversized shirt. We got this beautiful Mega Evolution design right on the back. And we're trying to put more stuff on the front. Nice. We get a lot of people say they want designs on the front. So we do have, there's a little Hidden Power, kind of like a signature right here on the that'll be on the right side of the shirt. And then you have the Mega Energy symbol on the left side of the shirt. And then we got this right here, this massive graphic design right on the back. I love the pink and the blue color. It almost makes me think of like, it's almost like a 90s throwback. You know what I'm saying? And here's the Mega Evolution dad hat. I'm copping one of these. If you want to Mega Evolve, you throw this thing on and you're just perpetually Mega Evolve.
You Mega Evolve.
Yeah, you basically do.
Yeah.
It's like how Rayquaza ate the Mega Stone for himself. Like this, you put it on, and boom, you just inherently have a Mega Stone that allows you to Mega Evolve.
Yeah. But anyways, these are live on the store right now. Shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. They're brand new. If you want to support,
they look so clean.
They really do. And they're oversized shirts, so I think you can just get like a standard size, and they're naturally going to be a little bit oversized, which is this. It's a style or whatever. But
right.
Anyways, we're thrilled to launch these. This is a brand new item on the store. P1 Polyrath has been a member for 8 months. They say, so do you guys think because of all the leaks this past year, they've slowed the news or new things to kind of reclaim their thunder? I don't think so. I really.
Nah.
Here's the thing. I really do think we know. There's so much information about Legends EA. I just think the things that we are hungry for are like the new things that like add to the pantheon of like lore and information. And some of that stuff we just don't normally get. Like we want reveals, but I guess what I'm starting to think is just like, I don't know. We'll see what the next month looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that it affected them at all with the leaks. But I will say that at this point, I'm kind of happy that we got the leaks now. I'm finally at the point where I'm happy because we're getting closer to the actual launch, right? So it's like now's my time where I'm like, okay, leaks are kind of okay now because we're close enough.
Sure.
But,
yeah.
But it makes me happy that we got them because if I had come up to this point without knowing anything about this game, I would genuinely be upset.
Why would you be upset?
Because I'm not a type of person that's like, I want to go in blind. I want to know nothing. Like I really am like, I used to hold myself.
Wait, you want to go in blind, but you cover leaks.
Exactly. I don't want to.
You don't want to go in blind. Okay, sorry.
No.
I hear you.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
If I knew nothing about any leaks at all and I was going in blind like this, like everyone that doesn't follow leaks is right now, I'd be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on, Pokemon?
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, and so something that that is interesting because I think you speak.
I'm just grateful for them right now.
No, I get you.
Everything.
I do think you speak for like a lot of fans where it's like I do think that's what people want. I think on the cover, most people, I'm not talking about the super fans. The super fans want new Pokemon reveals. That's literally the cream of the crop. That's like the best thing. That's a cookie. That's like the best thing you could ever get, right? That's a cookie. It's like it's so great. Like a delicious chocolate chip cookie is
Every
like
time we get news now, we should go, that's a cookie.
It literally is a cookie. It's a little we need a cookie Pokemon. But like it is. It's like that's what we want. We want new reveals because it adds. It's just like fire for any sort of theory or discussion, or we can make connection. Like it's cool, right? It's the new permanent thing that'll be there forever. And I think when it comes, I think that's separate from the release of a game. I think that like those cookies, those reveals of a new Pokemon, those are tools that they can use to promote this new game. But what's confusing to me is that this game, Legends EA, is so different from anything else they've ever created, seemingly, and. Mm-hmm. And it's like they have continued, like they've been promoting it year round, but they're not showing us those cookies, right? Which pisses us off. Right? Like we're like, where's the new stuff that we know about, right? So I think the leaks do something weird where it's like because we know they're there, it makes us almost like, what are you doing? Show us the good stuff. You know?
Yeah, I think people who look at leaks like assume that it has some kind of impact on it, but the fact of the matter is, like. The people who look at leaks are people who are wanting to, they're wanting to, they're honed in. They're like, it's funny.
They're going to buy the game anyway.
Everything right now, exactly. Are the people who, like, the fact of the matter is they could have last year announced Legends EA, said, hey, it's dropping October 16th of 2025. We are not giving you any more information on it. Yeah. And the three of us will buy that game on October 16th, 2025. Mm-hmm. We won't be happy that they gave us nothing, but we'll buy it, Yeah. And so, like, they're not marketing to those people. They're marketing to, like, the mom and dad who their little kid can say 5 words, but one of them is Pikachu. Like, they're marketing to, like, the general public, not the super Pokemon fan, because they don't have to market to the super Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a weird thing because it's like it's painful though then for us, like people that are constantly thinking about it. I would almost be like, I'm gonna stop thinking about Pokemon until the game comes out, and that's like not where you want your fandom to be. I don't know. For me personally, I wouldn't want my fandom to be like, I don't want to think about it until the game comes out. Obviously, they're still gonna buy it.
Yeah.
So it's not like whatever, but it's like why do I gotta put myself through like trying to get hype for it or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird situation.
I think we're representative of a lot of fans, but we're also not representative of like the entire like the people who are actually buying these games.
Not even the majority, yeah.
Lumi, could you read some of these super chats? I'm getting another call. It might be the dishwasher. Give me a sec.
I sure can.
Mythical dishwasher.
NMT Arts is next. He sent a super chat.
So NMT Arts super chat us $2. Thank you so much, NMT Arts. And he said hashtag WolfieCon Parish 2025, which for those who don't know is kind of the name of Wolf's strategy. He likes to do Parish Song, which, makes your Pokemon faint after a certain amount of turns unless you switch them. But then he'll switch in his Gardevoir, and his Gothitelle, and his Gothitelle has Shadow Tag, and so it'll prevent people from switching their Pokemon back out. And so they basically die to Perish. And it's actually a really neat strategy. And he, like, every single, not literally every single, but almost every single regionals that Wolf has won, like this gen, have been with Perish Trap. It's really neat, honestly.
That's his signature.
One of my favorite strategies. Yeah, it's like it's hard to pull off. It's difficult to pull off, but it's very effective if you can pull it off. But I think also too, a lot of people. He's so good at mastering it. I'm fangirling now. I don't even care. He's so good at mastering it too, because like the issue is he wins with Perish Trap, and obviously now people are going to prep for Perish Trap. But Wolf does such a good job at going, this is what they're prepping for with Perish Trap, so I'm gonna modify Perish Trap to still work against all their counters. And he consistently brings Perish Trap and wins with it. And so it's kind of like, how does this man keep doing this? Because people should start expecting this. But no, he still wins. It's incredible. It really is incredible.
His Perish Trap, though, like, you think he's going to do it again here? I don't know. I think like he might change strategies here now that it's like,
I'm going to be legit, though. I feel like he has... I want to say that if not every, then like all but one worlds that he is, or worlds, regionals or internationals that he has won, he's won with Perish Trap.
This circuit, or like the last one too?
This gen.
Yeah,
like,
this generation.
All Scarlet and Violet, he's won with Perish Trap. And so it's like, I'd keep bringing it. I'd keep modifying it and bringing my new modified version.
I hope Wolf gets to the finals but loses Maximum Drama. That's from Jake Steinberg in the chat. I love that. That's so incredible. Good. That would be super fun. Yeah. What I want to know is, how many times has Wolf actually won? I remember when he first became champion, and I remember he was like this shy little... He was this shy little boy on YouTube.
I think a few times,
and he was like, "I want to be," I remember watching his videos where he's like, and he was just like, "Oh, I don't want to say I'm a world champion. That's like braggadocious." And it's hilarious to see where he has ended up.
Braggadocious, bro.
He hasn't won a world since 2016.
That's literally when it was, I think.
Right, but
he won in Scarlet and Violet. Mm-hmm. Scarlet and Violet. What year did Scarlet and Violet release? 2022. So in Scarlet and Violet, he has, in 2024, he placed second in the Pittsburgh Regionals. Then he won the Charlotte Regionals of 2024, won the Orlando Regionals of 2024. I was at both events, by the way. That was really cool.
Oh.
And then he won
just
the
slip
Toronto
in that brag.
Regionals of this year. and in February, EUIC, the European International Championships, he won that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude.
That
would be
bigger
sick.
Than a regionals.
I think. Listen, he doesn't need a win, but I do think it'd be pretty sick. And he is the people's champion, right?
Yeah.
If he wins again,
because he hasn't, like you said, 2016 is a long time ago.
Yeah, it's nearly a decade. But
yeah.
I mean, but I guess what I'm saying is like it wouldn't affect his following or content because his value isn't.
No.
His value isn't that he's literally a champion. He has just done it once, so he can use that. But it's really just a marketing tool. His actual following loves him for his personality and his skill,
Right.
He did also win the 2025 Global Challenge, and I think that's worth noting because that's a bit different because you don't see your opponent's team. It's not best of 3. It's like all done from your home, right? Like it's just done on your Switch at home. And so that's pretty tough, honestly. And he qualified 17th place at Worlds last year, so that's pretty impressive in itself. I mean, look, the dude's goated for a reason, Like he really is. He's,
for sure.
He's a great player.
I want to shout out Majora's Mudkip. They have become a Box Legendary tier member. They went a little above and beyond. They didn't even need to do that, but because they are a Box Legendary tier member, if they are still that member in December, we're sending you a holiday card.
Heck yeah!
So thank you, Majora's Mudkip, for your support.
Thank you.
All right, I want to review. Here's the thing: I haven't looked at any of this stuff. Our social media team has been pumping out images from these, and I keep saying reviews, but they're kind of just like they're previews.
They're previews.
People get
previews.
previews. That's the same thing in my mind.
It really isn't that different. It's just that the game isn't out yet, so it's like they can't review the whole thing.
Soul, have you been looking at any of this content? Are you able to help guide some of the discussion around some of these new screenshots?
I mean, yes
I got a couple
no.
articles here as well.
But it's tough because there's just so much. That's
have
the
you
thing
been? What's been standing out to you? Has there been any new big piece of information? You've been covering this, right?
I think some of the biggest stuff, they're all just details essentially though, because there was nothing like big to like reveal unless it was a mega or something. You know what I mean? Like we knew that the rogue megas were happening. We knew Zygarde was going to be running around. I don't know, Lumi, if you think there was something big in it. I thought that one of the biggest details that was the most interesting was that the rogue mega is like attacking you and not your Pokemon. So it is cool. Like Legends Arceus. For the long time we were like, are we going to be able to get dead apparently in this game? Yes, like they're gonna attack you and you will get damaged, and I don't know if you will faint or whatever, like you did in Legends Arceus, but you can take damage. So I think that's a big thing that we did not know before. That's one of the biggest ones for me. So you're like dodging and rolling. So it's when you watch the Rogue Mega battle, it's very like the Noble battles or Legends Arceus, and like the Arceus final battle even, or Dialga Palkia ones, where you're just like dodging them.
Yeah.
They definitely took a lot from that, I think.
Yeah, it's very similar to like, the Nobles and stuff. I mean, it's very clearly this game's version of the Nobles, right? I think, I think another detail that I liked was that held items, we knew they were in because there was that like little blurb about like a routes holding a Megastone as like the early purchase bonus for the games, but people were able to see you're able to like let your Pokemon hold items outside of Megastones, like citrus berries and stuff, and that's just interesting because it's like that's more ways the battles are going to work. Because like if you can hold citrus berries, are they also going to add in like other held items like Rocky Helmets, Life Orbs, and like how will that change with these new formats for these battles? You know,
Right. Yeah.
We at least know berries and Megastones are
on the held item thing. Apparently, there's like a cooldown for using items in battle. So like you can't just spam potions and like heal your Pokemon all the way up. Like you can only use one, and then there's like a cooldown time, and then you can use it again. That was a little
That's
detail.
Interesting.
It's going to be a pretty complex like battle system. Let's say I don't know how it
sound a little. And I don't mean this negative, like, because, I love Pokemon. It does sound a little overwhelming, but I don't mean that, like, negatively. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that, like, it sounds overwhelming, but when you get your hands on it, you'll be like, okay, yeah.
I think there will be a learning curve. I've been saying this all year long. Like, there will be a learning curve. I feel like people didn't. Legends Arceus turned a lot of people off because there's, like, a familiarity and comfort in a lot of Pokemon games that I think a lot of fans enjoy without even realizing it. Like I'm not looking, like there are people who want a challenge. That's obviously why these Legends titles are a new subcategory of game. But like, most people just want to pick up. They just want the same thing over and over again. So there will be a learning curve, absolutely. Which and here's the thing: most video games, from game to game, there's a learning curve. Like if I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom in a year. Like, when I pick it up, I got to, like, relearn the controls. That's just a normal part of it. Yeah. Picking anything up that's new, right? So
100%. No, I saw multiple people say that there's a learning curve, and even one reviewer, I think it was Nintendo Life, which I enjoyed their video the most, so you guys should watch it. But I think at the end of the video, they said, this game might not be for everyone, because it's not just like a Pokemon game that you're used to. And that was the same with Legends Arceus. Like people were like, this isn't Pokemon. I don't really like the action kind of thing. And then this is a step in the other direction where it's like even more action focused. I'm excited about it. I think it's even better to like differentiate it. But
I love that there'll be like I mean, we don't know that this will be the case, but I love the idea of there being like Scarlet and Violet, Gen 10, Gen 11, whatever those games are called, Pokemon, insert
keep
title
going,
here
guys.
and
Keep
insert
going.
title here.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also Pokemon Legends, and they both function so differently. I think that's a lot of fun. I actually really, really like that idea.
Yeah. I love how he said keep going as if we wouldn't keep going.
Yeah. Wait, Dusty's gone. Everyone
Dusty's
shut
gone.
up.
We're just not going to talk anymore because Dusty's gone.
That's it, guys. No.
No, but there was something you said, and I actually forgot because I had that said it, and then I train of thought. So maybe we won't keep going.
Oh, you. I don't know if you did for the listeners, but you went your mic went out there.
Oh no! Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can now, but it
weird.
mid sentence did. But no, I think. I don't know. I think that my biggest concerns with this was the learning curve. I think I worried that it would be honestly too simple. If I'm honest, I knew there'd be a learning curve, but I think well, see, that's the thing is it's Pokemon, so I was worried it would be a very watered down version of what we think it is, but instead people saying, oh, there's a learning curve to this, that's actually getting me kind of hype and okay, so there is a challenge here. And then you saying things like, oh, there's an item cooldown period. I've seen things like how in the rogue mega battles, apparently as you hit the rogue mega, it gives off some kind of mega energy, and you have to then collect, you have to run in and collect that mega energy to keep your Pokemon mega evolved, or it will de-mega evolve. And all this, it's that sounds challenging, and that's pretty cool because I don't think it's a secret. I enjoy Pokemon games, and I will always enjoy Pokemon games, but it's not a secret that they have gotten a little easier, You're
not playing them for the actual essential challenge.
I'm not playing them for a challenge. In fact, honestly, a Pokemon game to me, I almost treat it like Animal Crossing. It's really more like a slice of life game to me.
More people would probably be happier if they treated Pokemon like Animal Crossing. All the people that hate on it, I do think if they were this is my feel-good Animal Crossing game that I kind of just play through. I think more people, if with that mentality, would be I really like Pokemon, and it doesn't need to change.
And and maybe that's the thing too is Legends is kind of it's almost Legends can't be that for me because it's more hands-on. I was thinking when I was reading stuff about the battles, I was thinking about how as a kid I could be in a battle against Lance and on Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and my mom could be hey, you gotta do the dishes, and I could close my DS and come back to it. But on this, things are moving around and stuff. I have to finish this match before I can do something else, and it has to have my full attention.
Pause it, but yeah.
Yeah, can you pause mid battle?
I would imagine, yes. It's only on online games where you can't pause, essentially.
Okay.
If it's online, then who knows?
Yeah,
Dusty is gone.
Dusty is gone. Dusty is gone.
He got the what was it? Not a refrigerator.
The dishwasher.
The dishwasher.
Yeah, his dishwasher arrived. Look, there he is. He's back.
I essentially think. There was something I wanted to say too about this whole topic, and it's gone. It's gone from me.
Guys, I got a brand new washing machine. I'm stoked.
Oh, it's a washing machine.
I'm sorry, dishwasher. No, it's a dishwasher.
Oh, it was a dishwasher.
It's a dishwasher. My wife's been saying all week, stop saying washer. It's washer means washing machine. Sorry. It's a dishwasher.
Your wife is right, Dusty. Your wife is right.
Yeah, she is right. She's always right.
Good answer. Good answer, Dusty.
It's the truth.
He is always right.
I'm watching the first battle still, guys.
I know, but people want to see. I know, but people want to see Legends ZA. When I have this on screen, we're having the same conversation. I have this on screen, and we lose 50 viewers. When I have this on screen, ZA, people stick around.
You people.
Listen,
guys, I just looked down.
Y'all
at how
have
many
a bad
watching.
Yeah.
But I'm on the world stream, so I was like, oh my gosh, we got 13,000 people in.
No.
We have never.
I
was
wish,
so
dude,
excited.
Lum, if you had said that out loud, I would have probably lost. I'd be like, no.
No, we have 200, but that's still awesome. Thank you all for being here.
For sure. Thank you for being here.
So yeah, what conversation did I miss? Actually, I've got a what would you call this? A correspondence in my DMs right now. His Jack. Do you guys know Jack?
I knew Masuda.
No, Jack.
I had a feeling it was Jack.
I don't think you guys have met Jack before.
I don't think I've met Jack. I have not had the pleasure yet.
I've only ever heard of him. That's all.
It's Jake's doppelganger from Game Explain.
Oh.
Jack Doppelganger? That's his name?
No, it was like an old bit. Anyways, I'm making a bad joke. Jake says,
Oh, it's an actual inside joke. I didn't know.
Some details for you. Number 1, items in your bag operate on a cooldown, so you can't pause and spam healing items mid-battle. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Number
that's what I
2.
was just saying too.
Sorry, I've been dipping in and out. I'm sorry, guys.
So you can't pause mid-battle. See, that's what we were just talking about.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, you can't pause mid.
Is that not what that just said?
Maybe
I misheard.
Hold on. Items in your bag operate on a cooldown, so you can't pause and spam healing. Okay, no. So the items are on a cooldown, so you could pause, but you can't. Like in most games, you pause, and you can just like go to your bag and like use a bunch of items. I'm thinking about the Zelda games.
Potion.
Yeah, you have like 10 cakes or whatever you eat in
Right.
Zelda to heal up, and then you get hit with another blast from one of the Lionels. So that's cool. So it seems like everything's on a cooldown in this game, which is kind of fun.
Makes sense. You gotta like make
Yeah,
up for
so
the
you can
turn
pause.
base going away. You know?
Yeah. Jake also says AZ lends you Lucario, the Mega Ring, and the Mega Stone to use against Mega Absol. That's interesting because, I guess I wonder if that's actually part of the story, or if that is like of the actual game, or if that is something created and fabricated for the demo. You know, some of these screenshots are so cool because they're literally.
Look at Mega Lucario. Can we take a moment to appreciate Mega Lucario? Since
he does
it's on
look good.
screen right now?
He does look good.
Can we like dedicate the rest of this podcast to talking about how good Mega Lucario looks?
Here's the thing, though. While I would like to do that, I think that Mega Absol steals the show. I think she looks better.
Mega
than-
Absol is cool too. I was honestly,
You mean
I was
he?
thinking,
Mega Absol
Like,
is definitely a boy.
I think it's a she for me, but
I lean.
No, dude.
I don't know what I lean.
It's Sephiroth.
I think it's a pretty gender neutral one.
It's Sephiroth,
I'm
dude.
It's sure could be gender neutral, but it's based off of a Sphinx, and the
the
Sphinx,
Sphinx
in,
is a woman. That's true.
in Greece is a woman. So
Yeah.
it may be. I don't. You choose whatever. But
I do think, like, I was thinking the other day, in fact, I literally told my wife this. I was like, if it wasn't for all these Pokemon that I want to use in Legends ZA, like from leaks, and also there's some like older stuff I want to use, like Pidgeot and Lucario,
silly.
I would be using an Absol in this game.
Absol
Like,
looks so
absolutely.
sick. I
Absol's
think what's
so
gonna
good.
happen is I'm gonna like pick the game up and I'm gonna end up using some weirdo Pokemon like Garbodor.
That sounds on brand.
Just like
that
no,
sounds like DustyGogoat to me.
and I say weirdo because I'm like it's just like unexpected. It's
Yeah, what you
spontaneous,
would say. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's like, oh, I had a little moment with this random Pokemon in the wilderness. Now I'm gonna be using it on my team, even though it's like I want to use Mega Blaziken or something, right?
Yep.
Hey, we just got a super chat. I don't know if we've mixed any super chat. Gendy has been a Box Legendary tier member for 12 months. That is an entire year. Gendy, thank
That
you so
is.
much. Considering Regigigas had slow start baked into its mechanics in Pokemon Legends Arceus, do we think abilities will still be relevant in ZA even if there's no abilities?
I mean,
That's
like, I think some will be baked in, like Cherum's ability to change form in sunlight. There were no abilities in Legends Arceus, but it was like baked in, like it still did it. Yeah. And so like Aegislash is like a Pokemon that's ability.
Yeah,
Does that,
it's
you
like
know, so that-
essential to the Pokemon's identity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like it'll be baked in.
Aegislash for sure is gonna get like its stance changed, so it's gotta be baked in somehow. It can't just if there's no
Maybe
abilities, then
even
it has
like
there has to be
because
a way.
Kangaskhan, that's a Pokemon that its ability is like very much tied into
Yeah.
its and I don't know, because then there's other things like Medicham, and I think Mawile, don't quote me on Mawile, but Medicham, its hidden ability, or not its hidden ability, its actual ability is pure power. And so, that makes your attack double whatever it is. And honestly, that's the only reason it's viable. So it's kind of like, maybe they would bake something like that in. Otherwise, it is pointless. Like it's a pointless Pokemon.
Right. Yeah, I think there'll be a way for some of them, just like for Regigigas, how they did it, because there's some that are too essential to who they are as Pokemon.
For real. I love the little in this screenshot. It's really cool to see like the voice of reason, right? Like whoever this is. Don't tell me, Emma.
Yeah,
this is Emma in the corner, right? Just kind of like her head pops up, like, and it looks like a holocaster, right? So she's just kind of like in your ear, kind of giving you instruction as you go about. That's kind of fun, right?
How do you dodge that?
Oh, the pulse.
She's telling you to dodge that. That's a giant wave.
Its attacks are getting fiercer. Dodge with Y to get away. Yeah, you just have to run away probably, or maybe you can jump over it. If you can like do a dodge. If you can do like a roll.
Just barrel rolls.
You're gonna need
you do like a jump roll.
Pretty wide.
Yeah, you're gonna need to fly.
Pulse though. You're gonna need to hover for a minute.
Yep.
Oh, look at
maybe you can with the Rotom phone.
I'm getting report by Jack again. Also, he says Dark Pulse is the giant red energy.
I like how
move.
you're holding your ear like you're listening, but
I do.
Clearly reading your phone. I like that.
I'm a visual. Yeah, I'm a visual. I'm a visual learner. So this giant red wave is the Dark Pulse. That's what that is right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah,
it is an area of effect over time move, so you got to get out of the damage area. Yeah, okay, that's what we're thinking.
Is it like that just for the rogue, or is that what Dark Pulse is gonna like look like when any Pokemon uses it?
I think just for the rogue Mega Pokemon. I mean, maybe it's like a version of it that's like that, which is smaller.
Yeah.
Clearly,
it's so evil, dude.
Because normally it's depicted as a more like a beam, really. Like in the anime and stuff, Dark Pulse is usually depicted that way.
I like dark being like the type being represented by red. It reminds me of like Evoltal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
for sure.
It's like Daedric.
This is his game.
It's evil, dude. Yeah, it's so cool. Listen, we got a lot of activity right now. Pixel Pocket just became a legendary tier member. Shout out to you. Welcome to the club.
Welcome.
Go check out all of our old episodes. Join the Discord. Gassy Watchhog has been a box legendary member for 7 months. Appreciate you, man. He goes, I got nothing to say, but hi, guys. Hope you're all doing well, and I'm excited to run Lumio City with my Mega Scrafty. I think there's an autocorrect thing going on, because I always see Lumios written as Luminous City, so that's got to be an autocorrect.
100%.
Dude, Mega, I mean, yeah, you got, I guess I just leaked out a little leak right there, sir.
Not really. I mean,
I think he meant to say Mega Watchhog.
Mega Watchhog is who you're excited
and
for.
We also got Aperture Team. Thank you so much for the $5. I think this person's in the Discord. I think they were posting a video in the Discord. Is that who that was? That was a pretty cool video. They were like, it was like a full-on production. He goes, we have been watching. Sorry, we have been watching
them
waiting. We've been waiting. You have been found wanting. Aperture rises. The future paradox is now. Ultra Delorium. Ultra Humanim. Interesting.
Wow.
I think this is a continuation of their video. This is like their own headcanon. I can appreciate this. I'm not cool. I'm a little lost, but thank you for this. Thank you for the donation.
Yeah, thank you.
Support. Appreciate you supporting us.
And have fun watching and waiting, my friend.
Yeah, dude.
It's deep. That's some deep. I need to just digest that.
Yeah.
Free Metroid hat with the $5. They say more Reggies in Generation 10, please. What new type of Reggie would you guys like to see in Gen 10?
Bug type.
I could see that.
That'd be the weirdest Reggie ever.
No, that'd be cool.
I think Reggie and Lucky is kind of bug type, to be honest, but
I could see
anyway.
it.
Fairy.
Cause I like the idea of like, just to sit on the bug type for a minute. Bugs do create, like they do. I feel like bugs are similar to humans in where they like kind of affect their environment. Like certain insects will actually like create whole structures. So I can imagine like similar to how like the original Reggies are golems, right? They're products of human. I guess they're not. Are they? What's the lore? Are they products of human or are they products of Regigigas?
No, they're products of Regigigas.
Okay. So I don't know. It just makes sense to me. I think it wouldn't be like an insect that is a Reggie. It would be a Reggie made of like webs or honeycomb or some sort of like a spider trap, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, or honey, spider webs, or just silk in general, because like you know, also like caterpillars and stuff produce like a silk.
Fairy's pretty cool too. Fairy's cool.
Fairy. That'd be neat.
We need dark as well.
Ooh.
Yes.
The dark, like the evil,
the dark ages.
evil Regis.
It sounds wild, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's honestly all of them too. You know, age of like the sea exploration age. You know, give me a water one. Man.
D. Sampy says 2 years, boys. Do we know sure if multiplayer is coming for ZA? Is he saying he's been a member for 2 years?
I think so.
He's been a member.
Right?
I
think so.
12 months
it says
here.
12 months, but I
12
think he
months
was
prior.
on Patreon or something.
Yeah.
Dude, appreciate you, man.
Around.
You're
he's been around for a while. He's definitely been here for more than a year.
D. Sampy is a founder of this show. Shout out to you, man. I need to get a switchboard so I can start launching off little like applauses and like fun little noises to celebrate you guys when it makes
totally
sense.
love that. That'd be so fun. I want to get one too.
Oh, interesting. Nintendo's YouTube channel is live streaming VGC right now. That's so weird. I feel like they never do that.
Yeah, it is weird that it's on Nintendo. I did think that as well. I was like, huh? What? But yeah.
Wait, guys. Can we grab our tinfoil hats and put them on for a moment?
Yes.
Okay.
What is your...
Put them on, everyone. Put them on.
Whoop.
You got to put on your tinfoil hat, Soul.
Mine is always on. It never comes off.
You got one of those built-in ones. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
built in. I don't need to do anything.
So, I'm thinking Nintendo's live streaming it because Pokemon's wanting to, it's growing. VGC's growing. I think they're wanting to turn this into an esport. Yada, yada, yada.
Bro,
Pokemon champions.
Cool.
Yeah. That's not tinfoil.
That's not that tinfoil. I think that makes sense.
The Pokemon champions, though, it's gonna move to champions. I'm telling you.
It's Nintendo trying to broadcast the sport. That makes sense.
Yes. Also the Switch 2.
Just pointing to champions.
Yeah.
Also the Switch 2. You know what I mean? They probably want to be like, this game's on the Switch 2, so go get a Switch 2.
Sure.
It's still ugly, but it runs good.
Hayes.
We need to talk about that too. Actually.
Hayes has been a member for 2 years, so shout out to you, man.
Thank you, Hayes.
Next month it'll be just as long, guys. I'm trying to get back to the topic, but everyone's being so generous
3 months
in the super chats.
I love talking with chat, so it's fun.
Oh, you're right. 3 months. 3 months for Hayes. Lethal Randy.
Math is hard.
Lethal Randy says, "What's up, guys? Hope you all are well. Worlds 2025. Let's go. Thank you for the super chat.
Go.
Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here.
Let's go, legends.
Legends.
Let's go was a long time ago, but seriously, thank you, Lethal Randy.
Yes, thank you.
All right, hold on. I got to. I do want to get
set up the dishwasher. Can you imagine? He's like, I gotta go set it up right now. Love it.
I do want to talk about some predictions. For like what we want to see on Sunday. I feel like there is more to dig into in this in these like reviews or whatever. But yeah, like this is the Polygon article. It says Pokemon Legends. This is just the headline. Pokemon Legends ZA's battles are thrilling, but don't let you go full Ash Ketchum. After 20 minutes of testing, there's just one thing I want: more. And I think
that's good.
Without reading this, I think you could either look at that as like they literally want more features and it's a disappointment, or they're having a lot of fun and they want to play more.
I think it kind of sounds like based on the title, they're saying they wish that the battles were a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I also think too, this is a demo, so like the moves that you're gonna have access to, I imagine are, a little bit earlier moves, and I would think that as you progress through the game, you're going to start seeing crazier stuff pop up, like the stealth rocks that we've seen and talked about, like every time we've talked about ZA. We noticed the Whirlpool TM had like a description for how Whirlpool works in this game. Yeah, I imagine it's going to be a little bit... the battles are going to not change, like the basic function is not going to change, but the things you're going to be seeing in the battle and having to deal with are going to change.
Yeah, makes sense.
Especially with the rogues, because like you remember how the nobles, those matches were a little bit different. Like I can remember I really struggled with the Arcanine one. but like I didn't struggle with the other ones because they were all a little different from each other.
Right. I wonder
The
if they will.
Avalug one was crazy different.
Yeah, I wonder if they will be different. Like obviously they will be in some way, like with their moves and stuff.
Right.
But I wonder. I don't think they'll be as different as the nobles, like, because I think the main part about it is the actual battle system. Instead of like in Legends Arceus, there was no battle. You were just like dodging their stuff. So it's like it's different. You were throwing the whatever things at them.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
cool.
I
Okay.
do think ZA, like the game's name is ZA. Clearly, the focus is more so on the ZA Royale.
I want to read a little bit of this. This is actually kind of interesting. This is like way more descriptive of like what their actual experience is. Okay, so moves are based. This is the Polygon article. Moves are based on cooldown, and the removal of turn order makes the battles feel a bit quicker. There's nothing stopping your Pokemon from using all 4 of their moves in quick succession, other than the animations of those moves. Okay, that makes sense. I'm thinking about the Z moves and how long those took to take. Even early game attacks like Growl and Tail Whip feel more impactful compared to both the mainline games and to Legends Arceus, as you lose little to no time using them and you modify your opponent's stats. That's kind of cool. I'm thinking about, yeah, that's true. That's actually really fun because like I feel like the impulse for a playthrough of a Pokemon game is to like I feel like I never want to use those stat altering moves because they take up an entire turn. But if I can immediately immediately just use 2 growls, run away, and then use my attack, and that really only takes me like 20 seconds or 10 seconds really to do. I mean, growl absolutely is valuable to have as one of my 4 moves. You hear what I'm saying? Because I'm not getting my butt kicked, right? On those 2 turns, right? Because normally in a turn-based game, you use growl twice. Okay, you lower your opponent's or I guess it'd be tail whip to lower your opponent's defenses, and by the time you go to attack, you get knocked out or something, right?
Yeah.
That's I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that. That's cool.
Yeah, I could see it.
But that's only half the battle. Compared to Legends Arceus, movement is now a key element in and out of battle. Sneaking up on other trainers, at least early on, made some fights obsolete, since you can use a move to initiate the battle and then immediately use it again at the start of a battle. That's
kind of nice.
I do like that because, again, all of these random trainers won't seem so tedious. That's kind of fun. It's like you get rewarded by sneaking. And it also it incentivizes, like, taking kind of the roundabout like path towards a battle. That's kind of fun. This honestly yeah.
I was just saying that they don't want like this battle system to feel tedious now too, like because that's how a lot of the turn-based feels sometimes, that you're like, all right, I don't want to do this battle, I just want to catch them. And Legends Arceus was all about like throwing a Pokeball to catch the Pokemon, and you can still do that here, but yeah, it's like maybe an easier way to just get away with not battling.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but also makes sense.
Shout out to Hayes, who just gifted 5 Hidden Power Podcast memberships.
Oh, thanks.
Hayes, thank you so much. That's super generous. Ton of awesome people are getting their memberships. I think we're doubling up a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you so much, Hayes. Really appreciate you. It says movement makes your... Oh, let's see. Movement makes you more engaged with battles too, as your Pokemon will follow you around the arena. We have seen that in a lot of the trailers, and I'm pretty thrilled to see that. Just like our Pokemon are gonna like follow us around. That's like, I think that's gonna make this game so immersive in a way that like when I go back to Legends Arceus, I'm just gonna be wishing that existed in the game. You know?
Right. Who's going back to Legends Arceus after this?
Seriously.
No, I
will.
Yeah.
Because it's in the past and in the wilderness, and I love that.
The wilderness is the biggest thing that like calls me back to it. You know what I mean? Like the difference in setting is like, okay.
Oh, and the music.
Yeah.
The music. Oh my goodness.
It's your job to direct your Pokemon to safety, so you will be doing a lot of sprinting. Ooh, okay. If you stray a bit too far away, the targeting system lets you get right back into the heat of battle. Damn, that is kind of cool. That was so cool in Arceus, where like I think people forget about that. Like in Arceus, Like, you can run around the battle. Like, and just, like, the two Pokemon are facing off like always, but, and it's like, it doesn't do anything meaningful, but it's just, like, fun. It like, when we talk about immersion, that is an immersive thing where you're like, no, I'm having a Pokemon battle. I'm in control of it, but I can run around. And if I get too close, I can get knocked down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like that's
also fun in hindsight to look back at things like that and like see it as a building block for what we have now. Like that's that was clearly that walked so this could run. Like that feature.
Yes, 100%.
Dude, this is the stuff. This is the stuff I'm so excited about for ZA. Literally, like just these little like fun little things. I feel like, I don't know. I'm thinking about all the reviews. All of our friends made all these like reviews for Arceus when it came out, and it was always like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was always just like the one thing that people always said about Arceus was it was the gameplay loop, right?
Right.
You explore and you collect and you battle and you capture and you craft, which fuels everything else, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like this is just going to be that even more.
Yes.
Let's see.
I agree.
The first 10-minute session flew by, and it was time to move on to the second portion, a fight against a rogue Mega Absol. Before we started, representatives from Nintendo America told attendees that we'd be facing off against a wild Pokemon. Trainer battles in Legends ZA feature training Pokemon, and they'll do what they're told to do. Against wild Pokemon, however, anything is fair game, including you, the trainer. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier about like Absol literally going out to attack the trainer, which is in line with what we saw in Arceus. Holy cow, there's so many gifted memberships happening right now. D Sampy,
thank you, dude.
10 gifted. D Sampy, thank you so much, man. You guys show so much generosity, and I never know what to do. I'm like, how do I give back to you guys?
I know, I'm
for giving to us.
Man.
This is super generous. Thank you so much, Sampy.
So legit.
Warren also sent a super chat. He says, "Hey guys, are you guys enjoying the Nintendo Switch 2? I am. What are your opinions on the negativity surrounding Nintendo? I really don't want this console to fail. I think it's doing really well.
Is there negativity surrounding it?
The prices.
Oh, with the prices, sure.
Not just the prices though, but also that there's like no games for it essentially. Like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is the only one right now that people are like raving about, but then it's like, okay, so we have Donkey Kong, and that's kind of
like a lot of it is like Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Switch 1 games.
It's very much like PS4 to PS5, but like light version, because that kind of happened too with that. Like I still have my PlayStation 4 instead of buying a PlayStation 5 because I never needed one because I could just get them all on the PS4. I do think that the and the game key cards too. Ava brought up. I agree. I do think that it will be a successful console. I think it's already a successful console.
Yeah,
the sales are insane. The sales are insane. People don't talk about it, and it's like a lot of people talk about how it's they like talk it down or talk bad about it, and those are probably like the Sony heads and all that.
I don't
like
fully understand the game key card thing.
Just console wars,
But it hasn't affected
the game key card. I don't fully understand it either. I kind of do, but what it is like the game that you're buying the card. I'm pretty sure this is what it is. I'm not 100%. The game card that you buy literally has like a download thing on it. You're just downloading the game. The game like card that you have like is essentially nothing. That's kind of what it is. Like you don't even own the game technically. That's what I understand. That's what I understand. And people
so like I guess the concern is that one day they could shut down that game, and it's like, hey, I bought this. Yeah, I can see how that's frustrating. It has, like you said, it hasn't affected me. And to be completely honest, like I'm trying to think if they were like, hey, Gen 10's gonna be this way, I would be pretty upset about that. Because like I have all my Pokemon games, like I've got my Game Boy Fire Red and stuff like that, and so that would be like a huge bummer actually.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're all like that though right now. I don't know.
We got another super chat here.
I don't understand
either. What you guys think of ROM hacks? Some are good in my opinion. This is by DJ Isaac, I think.
I've never played one, but I like the concept for sure. I think like they're probably pretty awesome to play. I just never have.
There's a lot of fun ones.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, D.
Yeah,
Sampy
I
gifted all those memberships, and his only message is join the Battle League. If you just became a member, or if you are an
Sampy wants
existing
to battle
member,
you.
yeah, join the Discord. There's you can also join on Patreon if you want. Join the Discord. You can join the Battle League. You can compete. We got a whole ecosystem, whole community over there. They battle every single week. So go check that out. Thank you, D. Sampy. Just wanted to. I saw his message. I just wanted to highlight that.
Yeah, thank
for
you,
sure.
Sampy, again for all those super chats. Really cool,
Yeah.
man. My favorite kind of thing that one can do is the super chat, because that's sharing the gifted memberships, because that's sharing the love. You know, that's cool.
You get that taste.
Yeah.
Let's keep reading this. Okay, so naturally the mission was back on. I started the battle determined, only to find the Mega Absol immediately lunging at me instead. They emphasize me. I myself turn out to not be Ash Ketchum material.
Who's that?
Why do you keep saying that? You know who that is.
I don't know who Ash Ketchum is.
You know who that is.
Do they mean Liko?
You know, he's like
gone.
he's like the mascot of Heinz Ketchup.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
You know
all
him, right? Okay.
Yeah, the mascot of Ash Ketchup. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, what the writer is saying here is that they don't have the juice. They're not a very good trainer. They're not a champion. I
Myself turned out to not be freed material. Keep going.
I sped out of harm's way and commanded Lucario to save my life. Wow, this is dramatic. But after I recomposed myself, the fight went by fairly smoothly. Lucario has a type advantage against Absol, and the large arena provided an ample amount of space to avoid attacks. That is true. I guess that is a pretty good matchup for them to like introduce to us, right? Like if someone's playing the demo, it's like, all right, well, I'm assuming this is actually going to be in the game. It feels pretty good. Is it okay? Here's the thing: are we going to get to keep this Lucario? Wait, we didn't. Wait.
I think so.
The thing is, since it's a demo, we don't even know that, like,
Sure.
get a Lucario hypothetically.
No. Another thing is like AZ gives us the Lucario. AZ is giving us Pokemon
in the demo.
I know, but again, it might be in the actual game. I'm just kind of speculating.
Maybe,
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's
He's being kind. He's
pretty-
giving us. That's like a war criminal giving us a weapon.
Yes, that is yes.
Kind of
That's the
sus.
equivalent to.
Kind of sus.
Yeah.
And why does he have a
it's-
Lucario?
No, AZ is like the most suspicious character of all time. just
AZ
saying.
should not have access to Mega Evolution. I'll say that much.
But you know what, Dusty? We're talking about a region where, the leader of a very bad organization is now the region's professor. So,
Valid.
Well, clearly Kalos has a flawed judicial system.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Lethal Randy has just gifted another 5 memberships. You guys are being way too generous today.
Thank you, Randy.
Shout out to everyone who just got in.
Thank you.
Just because you were leaving comments earlier. Yeah, Zero Lord, Hallie, Devin, Knox, and Antonio. Who else? We also got, is that Death Star? I don't know how to say the name. But
D3STR.
shout out to you
Hey,
guys.
Death Star.
Get in the
You're right.
Discord. Get into the Discord. All right. But after I recomposed myself, the fight went by fairly smoothly. Lucario has a typing advantage. I already read this. And the large arena provided an ample amount of space to avoid attacks. Additionally, by dealing damage against a rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon, they'll drop Mega Orbs. That will charge your Mega Ring, allowing you to Mega Evolve your Pokemon and seemingly become invulnerable as they're transforming. Interesting. Allowing you to Mega Evolve your Pokemon and seemingly become invulnerable as they're transforming. Oh, while they're transforming, not after you become the Mega Evolution. That's fair. That's kind of cool. I like how they're probably like in game, they're kind of like emphasizing the significance. Like you just become impervious because they want you to, like, they don't want you to be worrying about like when you should Mega Evolve. It's like you get it, Mega Evolve immediately, and you'll be good, right? Oh, that's so cool to like watch the battle happen. I feel like there's a theory there, Lumi. Like in the Mega state, in that cocoon state, Pokemon are impervious. You know, you could look. I feel like you could look into that. It's like almost like being within the Pokeball, right? You're protected in the Pokeball. All right. Let's see. Bobbing and weaving through the chaos to pick up Mega Orbs to evolve my Lucario made the combat even more thrilling, but the transformation itself felt a bit underwhelming. There is a brief animation where the trainer activates the Mega Ring and the Pokemon enters a bubble that reveals its Mega Evolution, but it's not catered to the Pokemon. It's nothing to ooh and ah over. Okay, so it's just like a basic little animation. Fortunately, a Mega Evolved Pokemon deals more damage, so the fight became a bit more lopsided than it already was. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to scan this to see if there's anything else new here.
Right.
Oh, this is weird. Oh, they talk more about Ash. Turns out the trainer character in Legend ZA might be the anti-Ash. Since your Pokemon is like a dog who will follow you anywhere, even into the heat of battle. And even if it puts itself in harm's way, the trainer itself doesn't have a viable health pool on the screen, but a red border will appear indicating that you should probably stop walking into the line of fire, or else you might end up having to go to the hospital rather than the Pokemon Center. I think they're
that
just...
was how it was in Legends Arceus. You had kind of honed in on you or whatever a little bit. Like there was stuff around the edge of the screen.
Oh, guys, we're cooking.
Yes.
We're cooking right here. Although this preview was fleeting, I'll say this. I did not want to put the controller down. The combat felt fresh and was only able to see the beginning of it. I was only able to see the beginning of it. I wanted to get right back into another epic battle. I wanted more. And this is all based on a relatively small representation of early game hours. I can only imagine how much more engaging the combat will feel with a full party of Pokemon. All rocking, fleshed out move pools as you go up against a formidable foe. All in all, there's a lot of potential in the battles of Pokemon Legends ZA, as long as you're not trying to become the next Ash Ketchum. They keep saying that. I don't know who that is. Pokemon Legends ZA is coming. Okay, it's coming to Switch 2, October 16th. Okay, so that actually conflicts with the earlier report I saw, which is that it wasn't actually that complicated. But if they're having fun with this is Johnny Yu at Polygon. That's pretty cool. I feel like they were pretty positive about the whole thing.
Yeah. There are different people with different takes for sure, but I think overall it's positive from most people. I could totally see just watching videos like how much you would want to play it more, because it's just a taste. They literally even when we
I'm curious. You said someone else, like you said some people have different takes, and I'm curious what those would be.
Well, it's like who that is. That I've said before. It's the things that I said before, like that there's a learning curve that it might not be for other people. I think it was Nintendo Life that said that it might not be for everyone. Things like that. Nothing like crazy. Also, the like trainer battles seem like a little light, but that's probably because they're early trainer battles. Like you can't. Yeah. You can't totally judge it, but to me they do look a little bit like that as well.
This is from. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off.
No, go for it.
The Nintendo Life article says the writer says, while I'm still trying to temper my excitement and expectations for the overall city exploration, that's where I'm at. I'm relieved to report the combat from what I've played feels like just the thing the series needs to take it into the next generation. I'll always have a longing for the turn-based battles that have been prevalent for the last nearly 30 years. But there's no questioning the fact that the series has needed some reinvention, and this new real-time battle system has certainly captured my attention. Pokemon Legends ZA may not be for everyone, but I think the hardcore fans will be pleased. Sweet.
Yeah, it makes sense. For sure.
Should have let you use Mega Dragonite in this, man.
That's what they say. Maybe next time we go hands-on, we'll get to use the new Dragonite Mega Evolution in action. That's what they were like.
Yeah.
They were like,
I don't know if you guys. This is kind of off topic, but kind of on topic. This morning, it's a kind of a tangent. Yeah, it's spoilers.
Huge spoilers for the anime.
Spoilers if you watch the anime. There was this whole thing about, and this kind of goes into predictions too, because I was like, maybe we'll get a Zeraora in the anime. Essentially, in the anime, there's a character, he's a new character for this story arc, and he has a mysterious Dusk Ball. Like, we don't know the Pokemon that's in the Dusk Ball. And they were kind of hyping it up and being like, we don't know what Pokemon this is. And a lot of people were like, it's going to be Zeraora because Mega Voltage, because we had heard about Zeraora from the Terra leak being in the anime and getting a Mega Evolution thing. We're lining up but this morning it ended up being he has a Dragonite in the Pokeball. So it's like they're just like literally promoting the one mega that they showed us. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
I had heard from some insiders that like Game Freak really likes Mega Dragonite. Apparently,
I love her, man. I'm happy about it. It is about time that she got this appreciation. I am here for it. By the way, it looks like, to add to what you're saying, the preview for the next episode makes it pretty obvious that it's gonna mega next episode, which is kind of cool because that'll be like, I don't know, like that'll be the first time we like see it, and it'll be like not in the game, and the game hasn't released yet. That's pretty neat, you know.
Yeah, I agree, but it's not that cool because I want a new Mega Pokemon, not just Mega Dragon, like over and over. But it does make sense that, like, why wouldn't they put it here instead of Lucario Dragonite here? I think that actually leads.
I know why.
Actually makes me think that this is part of the game. This is the early game. This is not just like demo. This is part of the game. So you do get this Lucario, and you do use it in battle here, just like in X and Y when you Mega Evolve.
I think
I think it's all of the same.
I think they don't debut a new Mega because it's just distracting. Like, the point of this is to give someone a hands-on demo of whatever's going on, and Mega Lucario has existed for like a decade, right? Like, people know.
I agree with that, but also Mega Dragonite is not a new reveal. Like, it has been revealed.
Sure. Okay.
Take away, in any way.
No, they could have done that. You're right. That makes sense.
It would have just been added to this whole experience. I think it's just because it's part of the game, and it's the whole like Mega Lucario is the first Mega.
I can see it. Ace has sent a super chat, and we appreciate you. There's no message, but thank you. Hallie Wedge, who just became a legendary tier member, has just upgraded to become a box legendary tier member.
Thank you, Hallie.
So shout out to you. Thank you so much.
We're saying your name right the whole day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Making a point.
I did not call you Haley. I did not do that.
At the beginning, I was like, "Wait, isn't it Haley?"
No, it's Hallie.
And we got.
I asked and she told. So
we got some more gifted memberships by Unseelie King. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Unseelie.
Thank you, Unseelie.
I bowed Unseelie yesterday.
Everyone wants to battle in the battle league, in the hidden power League.
Good community, man. You guys are so great. Thanks for doing all that.
Appreciate all the support. That's super generous. Let's see what else. Listen, every time Jake's just in the chat, I'm like, should he just be on the pod? Like, anyways, he's just launching out good ideas and talking points. Guys, let's do. I don't know how much longer we can go.
We can do some predictions.
There's a little trailer right now. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do some predictions because there's a pretty. I think one thing that like I've seen a lot of people talk about is this can be our segue too, is that so the poster for Anaheim, they'll probably show it in a minute here, has like this car or whatever, and you've got like Pikachu there and Machamp and Jigglypuff, but the Kalos starters are there. So some people are kind of thinking,
sorry,
what?
My dogs are barking like crazy. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah,
see, it's funny we don't hear them because
you can't.
Discord. Well, we can't because Discord
cuts them out.
Yeah, it cuts us out, but the people can. But no. So the thought that some people have had is maybe the closing ceremonies they would reveal, since the Kalos starters are so prominent in the poster, mega evolutions for the Kalos starters.
Bro, that would be. Oh my god. Yes,
that would be
so hype, dude. That would be so hype.
That's what I'm looking for now, actually, because we're 2 months away, and I'm like, yo, we need something big now. Like I don't know if they're not going to change their promotional cycle because of fan disappointment or whatever. But like, people in the last trailer were like, this could have been an email, all that stuff.
Yeah,
it was kind of lackluster, right? And I think that they need something. They need not go out with a bang because it's not over, but you know what I mean. They need to make a splash, whether it be them or not. I don't know. The Kalos starters, I mean,
that would be so big. Those Kalos starters would be so big.
I don't know. I really feel like too the Kalos starters are being set up to be revealed before the game's
Oh,
release
yes.
to have Mega Evolutions, because like they have made a point to not show the Calistars. If you want to be technical, we don't know that the Calistars are in ZA. There's the most we've seen is in the background there's a poster with them on it. But like, so to me it's like they have purposefully made sure to not show Faruki, not show Fennekin, not show Chespin, because they want to show them and then show, hey, look, and here's Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut Mega Evolving.
Yeah, I agree. I actually, if we're getting into predictions a bit, like, I was thinking maybe they could show them off, but my personal predictions are more they'll show like one new competitive Mega. Like, we're just gonna get. Should we get into like saying leaks? Anyway, they'll show one.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and say there's leaks now. From here,
there are leaks now.
Since we're predicting what's getting revealed, we got to talk about what could get revealed, you know? So.
Right. For me, it would be I think the most likely candidate for competitive is Excadrill. It's like more competitively viable. But then again, like any of these Megas could be competitively viable depending on how they change. So it's not really like anything. I personally think Skarmory could also be there because I think they just did Mega Dragonite, who's kind of goofy.
Oh, did he just go? Did I just go? Hold on. Well, finish your sentence.
Soul just went. He's been doing that a little bit.
That's weird.
It's doing the thing that it was always doing to me, so you're gonna have to turn like your voice sensitivity down.
That's not cool.
It isn't cool.
No. Anyway, I don't know what left off or not. I was just saying that Dragonite is cute and goofy, and so maybe they do like a more cool version or a cool Mega. But anyway, my prediction is that they reveal that, and then they just show the Kalos starters being in the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like in the game. You know,
it
so
also
everyone
kind of sets up like the next reveal to be. Yeah,
exactly.
I think I wanted to mention the Calstars thing because I've seen a bunch of people saying it. But my like actual genuine prediction is that I think they will reveal, hey, Champions is going to be our format or it's going to be where we're having battles on in 2026. And probably even go ahead and give us the release date for Champions, honestly, which would be pretty big.
Yeah.
They'll probably give us a little trailer, and then I think there is a chance that maybe in that trailer because the last trailer, interestingly enough, even though we know that you can do Terra and you can do Mega Evolution in Champions, the last trailer, which was our first time seeing gameplay footage of Champions, they never showed Mega Evolution, they never showed Terra, and so I think in this one they would show it, and they would maybe even go, boom, here's a new Mega Evolution. So hypothetically, to use Excadrill as the example, they show an Excadrill Mega Evolving, and then they kind of like make a note like, hey, you can play with Mega Excadrill first in Legends EA, and then maybe at the same time the Legends EA website gets like updated to have Excadrill on there. But it's like an in Champions reveal type thing. I could see. I really think like that's the biggest way to go. I feel like that's like what's most likely to happen. And there is a chance they just reveal Champions, they give us a trailer for Champions, and they don't reveal a new Mega. But I feel like if those Pokemon are usable in next year's Worlds, which I imagine they would be, then I feel like it makes sense to reveal them. Like, that's the whole point of these last little closing ceremony trailers, is to kind of show off, hey, here's what you can do next year, you know?
I totally agree with everything.
I like the idea of revealing something and then them being very clear about like a reveal that, and guess what, this is actually gonna be usable in Champions during or whatever the format is, right? For the following year. That would be that just would feel really exciting, right? To kind of tie those two into very intentionally tie the two games together. Again, I'm making up what the connection and the utility of Champions will be. I guess we're assuming that is where VGC will be held next year. That's just all an assumption, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's hard for me to predict really anything. I almost think they're not going to reveal Megas. I almost feel like they're just going to tell us about Champions.
It's important to note, like, I think we posted it as well, but Ishihara didn't really, like, last year he was like, there will be game information or news at the closing ceremony, and he did not say that here. So it's like, bro. Are we getting any
Yes,
game information?
but
That could mean nothing, because that could also mean.
I forgot her name, but the woman who's hosting the show, she said she said something like, "Can't wait to see what you have to show on Sunday" or something to that effect.
They will show something. I guess you like, if I'm interpreting Ishihara not teasing Sunday's trailer. If I'm interpreting that, I would say maybe they are correcting the hype they put on last year's trailer and how we were all anticipating a lot of stuff, and they didn't really show. I mean, they announced things, but it wasn't like what ZA fans wanted or whatever, right? I mean, we hosted it right here on the podcast last year, and we streamed for like 6 hours, and we were excited for the announcement. We got the announcement, and there was plenty of discussion to be had, but the discussion was basically, yeah, we got to wait a whole nother year before ZA,
Yeah.
And we're still in that same spot.
It also, too, we're watching on a stream, and I do think they're thinking about the people watching the stream.
Yeah, absolutely.
But who is he really talking to? He's talking to that audience in there.
Yep.
And I think you're possibly sending the wrong message if you're you've got all these heated battles coming up, but you're telling everyone in the audience, hey, get excited for Sunday at 7 when this is over.
The main event is when this is all done. I think you're totally right. I think that is what this could be. Mikasa Sukas has sent us a $5 super chat, but an even more generous chat, an even more generous message. They say, Pokemon's marketing may be lacking, but you guys make up for it. You three deserve to be at Worlds next year. Cheers.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
Hashtag
Thank you so much.
expenses paid.
Yeah. Listen, all of our friends are at Worlds, and it's painful. I think
it's hard for me and Dusty. I don't know about Lumi, but it's hard for me and Dusty.
Yeah, it would be. I think next year, the plan was to go this year, but budget's been tight. My plan is to save for next year, so I can go next year. We're gonna have a new game. We will have a new game because people are there right now, and there's not even a new game.
And 10 will be even more fire.
We will have a new game, and it'll be fun to be there.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm seeing some Prinplup love on the screen right now. Yeah,
they bring their favorites. That's what it is.
Yeah, but why is everyone in Italy's favorite Skiploom? That's what I want.
That's got to be an inside joke.
Gen 2 is the best gen, maybe.
Yeah, listen, you could have Scizor, you could have Skarmory, you could have Typhlosion,
and they chose Skiploom.
Yeah, Skiploom.
And I don't hate Skiploom. I like Skiploom.
But Skiploom is the worst in the line. Yeah, Hoppip is better. Jumpluff's even better. So,
I think Hoppip's the
I would
best,
agree with that. I would agree with that. I think Hoppip's the best as well. Yeah.
Ball Guy Leaks. Thank you for the donation, the super chat.
Thank you, sir.
They say, loving how in-depth the quests are. There's one that got shown where a Pancham takes your bag right after you get to the city.
Amazing.
Takes your bag, and then you can't access your bag.
Oh, good point.
For that little section, that's super fun.
That is fun.
Because I
didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Exclusive here.
Oh, sure.
But
maybe
I do like it.
Maybe Ball Guy.
There's some Ball Guy leaks.
Sure. Maybe Ball Guy is suggesting. Yeah. Okay.
He said got shown, so I'm assuming it was like
I'm pretty
they
sure it
did
was
drop
shown,
a bunch of commercials like yesterday or whatever. So maybe it's somewhere in there.
Here's the thing, guys. We could do something right now, and it's totally up to you guys. Austin John Plays streamed the entire thing. He streamed the entire demo. So we could watch the whole demo if we wanted to right now.
Let's do that. Let's do that. That could be fun. Let's do that on Sunday.
All right.
Well, Sunday, I thought we were watching the finals match.
Yeah, it might be a little old news by then, though. But
there's gonna be a lot of downtime during that stream. It'll be like we'll have one match, and then it'll be like a 40-minute wait or something.
I mean, they're only like 2 10-minute things, I think. Not even.
He chasing Zygarde.
Yeah.
Shout out to this is I'm assuming this is the person who took the footage. Like this is all original footage by what's his name? Zion Grassel.
I think that's who wrote the article. I don't know where the footage. I mean, the footage is from.
The footage is from
Nintendo Life. Yeah.
Then.
So
oh my gosh, Weird Ear's coming back, guys. We're going back to Hisui and Legends ZA.
Dude, the crouching is crazy.
Yeah.
So whoa, dude!
I really love this video. Like, if you listen to everything he was saying, it's so on point for me personally. But
When we get off, I'm a binge these.
Yeah, pretty much.
We should do that. That would be kind of fun to like look through these. Dude, look at the Weedle's just doing his thing.
That's what I mean, though. It's kind of like a trailer. Like if we did just watch his whole thing with the volume on or off, whatever. But I don't think he's talking through it anyway. The like Nintendo guy is like talking to him half the time.
Dude, don't go in there.
Yeah.
Did like, Zygarde just take the bag?
Zygarde takes you up on the.
Yeah, Zygarde like takes you
on the rooftop.
Oh, you like ride? Oh, look at the text right here.
No, it like grabs you and yanks you.
Yeah,
Zygarde does.
It pulls you up there.
Oh, I see it. Zygarde's running. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is super fun. Yeah, we can check this out later. That's super fun. That would be super fun to look through. I haven't looked at any of this. Oh, the gameplay. Mm-hmm. We just talked about it, but we can literally. I'm so stupid. The gameplay's right here.
Yeah.
Will you be able to catch? I doubt it, but I hope you'd be able to catch these rogue Pokemon. That would be neat.
Yeah. You can. It's confirmed. Yeah,
it's 100%. The Absol? Yes!
It's 100% confirmed. So, like, it's like right at the end of the demo, you catch them.
Who's being lost on my team, then? Who's being lost on my team? Because I think that Absol's... I think I'm going to catch it.
I mean, it's going to be on your team. It's going to be on my team for a little bit.
I'm assuming this would be like an alpha. I think
that'll be me.
Right? I'm assuming this would be like an alpha.
Probably it'll be like a little bit bigger.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I wonder if it shrinks a little bit from this, though, because it is huge. UC is like twice the size of the player.
Right. The Rogue Megas are even bigger than Alphas. So,
dude,
that's just for the boss battle.
Guys, this is going to be the best Pokemon game ever. I'm not kidding. Just seeing.
I'll say for
this is like what I've been hungry for.
People don't talk about this enough, but the Terra Leaker, who has played ZA start to finish, says it is the best Pokemon game ever played. And I know that that's an opinion, so it obviously doesn't mean anything, but I'm just saying that to say, like, you know, the one guy we know's played it has positive notes, and I think that's something to maybe get a little happy about, you know?
Yeah. I will say, like, my overall, like, after watching the entire thing, the entire demo, I think that for me, the game, I'll give you my one positive and my one negative. For me, the game looks so like fun to play. Like I am so excited to play it still. It's still the same thing. Like I really want to play the battle system and all these things. I love this whole thing. I'm ready. But the negative thing is I don't like how it looks still.
What do you not like about how it looks? Because I think it's far more vibrant than Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, but I don't.
Just like I'm like curious. I'm like curious. Like for like.
Yeah,
are you able to be specific?
Yeah, I don't love the like city setting at all, and I don't love like just copy paste buildings everywhere. Like when they're doing the battle there, like that random thing. That's Quasartico. I don't know. They're just they could look better. That's all. It's not like a.
So it's more of like
it's not my style.
So it's not your style. That's okay. That's fine. I do think there's like. I think this game would look so different if it was like in a different setting, right?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of bland. Somebody recently, like, it's just random on Twitter. I saw, like they were comparing the Sonic racing games, like, to it's like set in Spain looking compared to like a French city of Lumiose, and it was like, man, this looks so trash compared. Which obviously the racing game, you're not going into streets and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like all they had to do was build the outside and see it like for its beauty. Instead with this, it's like it's supposed to be a beautiful thing and it's not to me.
I wonder if some of that is like because of the story that they're gonna tell us about how like the like your like I hear what you're saying, and I wonder if this game in the world, this version of Lumio City essentially is reflecting how. Like I guess the industrialization, like or like, you know, like the streamlining, the you know whoever is running the city, is it Quasartico? Is that like kind of what we're? Yeah, it's got to be Quasartico. They literally have branded everything. Yeah. Well, they've got their branding everywhere in the world, or at least those like dividers. What I'm thinking
they're doing the rebuilding or whatever.
Yes. So what I'm thinking about is, I think most places that you go in the world today, compared to 40 years ago, everything is streamlined. right? Every single building that you look at is streamlined so it can be easier for whoever's going to own the building in 10, 20 years, you know? Buildings are streamlined. You go to a city, it all just looks the same. Like, nothing.
Yeah.
Do you disagree?
I mean, a little bit. There's some charm and differences in different cities. The world is vast and crazy.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like I was gonna say like when I go to Quebec City, that actually feels unique and special for a city because it's original architecture, right? Mm-hmm. What you're describing in France, I've never been to France or I've never been to Paris.
Mm-hmm. But they do have a lot of the same buildings going on. They have a whole style to their city for sure.
And I'm forgetting what the word is, but like. That is a thing. I don't know if it's like I don't know what the word is, but like I feel like that is a phenomenon that like over the last 20 years, as I've been a conscious human, I've started to notice. You know, we don't even have the charm of like a even like a fast food place like a McDonald's isn't even or a Pizza Hut, right? Like you know how like. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
How they used to be.
Like the buildings were specific to the place.
Yeah.
And so I guess what I'm saying is like maybe the blandness that we see in this version of Lumio City is a reflection of Quasartico, right? And as we play through the story, we're going to realize, oh, Quasartico is the problem because they are stifling the beauty of this of Lumio City. And maybe what we need to do is revert it, you know?
Yeah. I could totally see that. That's a valid point. The only thing I go back to is like Lumio City was not really nice in X and Y either. So.
Sure. Okay.
This
that's
game
fair.
is shaping up to have the potential to be quite the social commentary.
I think most games are.
I mean, yeah, but Pokemon usually isn't. Not to that extent, though. But like, there's a lot of like, like kind of routes they could go with Quasartico and like the city based on like the architecture. Like, of course, what y'all are talking about now, and then things like we've talked about in the past, like the Rust Syndicate, like, and there possibly being like this kind of rich versus like the less wealthy like mindset there or whatever. Yeah. And then there's like they've even got like anti-homeless benches in Lumia City, which is kind of a wild detail to put in there, you know.
I don't think it's ridiculous. I mean, we have these different factions that are trying to like that have different intentions, right? I think there will be some sort of commentary, but again, like it is crazy that like, anyways.
Either way, like I'm way more excited. I think this is going to be one of the best Pokemon games for sure. Like gameplay wise, I'm just saying like my one positive, my one negative. I just how it looks, and I am very excited about actually playing it. Like this gameplay looks really good, and I can't wait.
I literally I'm actually trying to put myself in that mindset. I'm like, am I not caring about the city because for me I'm focused on like literally the battles that are going on, and I think the UI just seems so intuitive and fun? Or am I like tricking myself? Am I not allowing myself to be offended by the graphical prowess of this game or lack thereof?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to either. Like,
but I'm thinking about it.
I notice, right? Because it's just like in the background all the time.
Yeah.
Like different scenes where like they were chasing Zygarde. There was some that was nice little parts, but then when you go into the city part, like the buildings and stuff, and also like the background, like mountains and stuff looks muddy. Like it's funny that Legends Arceus is on the screen, but Legends Arceus wasn't a graphical masterpiece. Like people say that, but I don't see it. The only thing that it has that Legends EA doesn't have is it doesn't have this watercolor style that is stylized to make it feel like it's not supposed to.
It does have a style though. I do think it has. I think ZA does have a specific style.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Violet, but better.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Violet, but better.
Sword and Shield, but better, almost.
Oh no, it is way closer to Scarlet and Violet than Sword and Shield, I think.
Sure.
It has a little bit of Sword and Shield. Like the glowing highlights on the Pokemon is very similar.
Sure.
But
DJ Isaac says he sent another super chat. He says I have a theory about A and ZA being fourth legendary. They go, since Zygarde doesn't have any purpose, really, because Evolto and Xerneas are already balanced.
I mean, the idea of Zygarde, though, is he's supposed to step in when one of them oversteps that balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's supposed to control them. I love the idea of the A being an A legendary. Personally, the moment that I decided that probably isn't the case, though, was the moment that we got the reveal of the ZA Royale, and it was like, oh, so that's what ZA stands for.
Z to A, yeah.
I think it might still be a misdirect. And I think also ZA is end to the beginning, or like a reset, right?
Sure.
Like A to Z is.
I think it's a theme through the whole game.
Yeah.
The whole.
And
like,
so what I'm
that whole thing.
like, it would even like it's the whole redevelopment thing, you know? It's like resetting what's going on currently. So.
Yeah, I do think it'll be a whole story on AZ. Like we already see him in this demo a whole lot. I think he's gonna be really involved in just the whole like coming full circle on his story. Like I think it's a whole like
the first
theme
character
is
revealed, so that has to mean something, you know.
I think the theme is very much like coming full circle with things, or like you start something and this is how it ends up, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. Because the ZA theme.
We often like to like label things in Pokemon, but like recently I think Pokemon has kind of avoided those labels to an extent, right? Like you look at Legends Arceus where the villain team's ancestor is actually the good guy, and the professor's ancestor is actually the antagonist, so to speak. And the champion's ancestor is a full-on villain and all this. And I think that like we like to think, oh, okay, so the professor is Mabel, but I think really it's more like there's a role, there's like a mentor role, and that's often filled by the professor. But I think that first trailer gave us the most important characters, and that's AZ, and I think AZ's role will be more comparable to a professor, where he's like a mentor to us and like a kind of source of information, I guess.
Sure.
And then Tawny and Urbane, or Tawny or Urbane rather, because it's dependent on your gender, they will be your rival, of course, and probably maybe even also serve as like a Lily type role, where they're just another character that has an important role in the story. And then personally, I'm gonna keep saying that Jet's the villain. Like I feel like Jet's gotta be the villain. You know?
Yeah,
I do.
She is the head of Quasartica.
Yeah, and that's why, like, honestly, like, it's nothing about her design even. It's just, like, she's the head of Quasartico. She, in the last trailer, she does this, like, little side eye at the camera, and it's like, oh, she evil. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's even got the, like, super fierce-looking bodyguard.
Yeah. The bodyguard's, like, her muscle, for sure. Like, you know, he's the guy that, like, protects her or, like, defends her. I don't know. We'll see.
Even Rose
I do think they're sus. They're sus.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm really seeing some of this gameplay and reading some of these previews. I am really excited to actually get my hands on this.
Yeah,
like I think
for sure.
I don't know. I'm really excited to play ZA. I said it on our. We did a new episode this week with Hoodlum Callum, and I was kind of screaming about it then. But I really am starting to feel like ZA is the future of Pokemon. Like this type of combat, I think there's a pretty good shot where like Gen 10 continues to lean in this direction where you have the option to do real-time combat. And maybe Gen 10 there's still an option for for turn-based, but I think by that following generation, I feel like this real-time combat is the future. I think we're going to continue to see these explorable areas that are really focused and to scale. You know, I think Scarlet and Violet also suffered for me because you take a couple steps outside the city and you realize it's a little dollhouse, right? It's not really a city, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I definitely think that, you know, in a similar way to how you do kind of see some Legends Arceus stuff get translated into Scarlet and Violet, like it's not full on carried over, but it is there is like a clear like line you can draw. I think it will be similar with this. I think that the real-time battle system might have like a version of it that has a role in the story in the same way that the example I always use is like Starfall Street was like a place where you use that mechanic, that let's go mechanic. But I don't know. I still have trouble believing that they would move full time to the real time combat system, just because I don't know, like you've built the franchise for 30 years on a specific form of gameplay. Overhauling that is a huge risk. You know, maybe it's one that would pay off.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it wouldn't work.
But I think about other franchises that have made this jump and have been revolutionary for it. I'm not saying Pokemon is that, but like, you know, as technology continues, as time goes, just because Pokemon has been around for 30 years doesn't mean they can't change some core aspects. Zelda has done it famously over this last decade. Zelda did it. It was like a big deal on the N64 when Zelda first jumped to 3D. I think that was it was either that or Mario that was the first, like, kind of just revolutionary. I'm forgetting which game was the first one.
There.
But like,
that was kind of early in their life cycle, though, too.
Well,
like,
and even
the point stands that,
for
like,
Mario, it's a bigger thing.
They
for
had,
Zelda, it wasn't as big. It became like Zelda became bigger after that, essentially.
Yeah.
Well,
so my point
but
is,
with
Pokemon
Mario,
could become bigger.
With Mario, it ran alongside it, and to me, I feel like that's the clearer vision in my head, is Legends having this being Legends, and Legends is a thing that continues. But then your Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon, what are we wanting to call the next games? Winds and Waves,
sure.
Pokemon, whatever comes after that, those will have the more traditional system, and they're running side by side. Because, like, in using Mario as an example, that's what Mario does. You have your Odyssey, your Galaxy, all those games, and they're 3D, but then there's your classic side-scroller isn't going anywhere.
That's totally fair, but I do think there's a reality where the real-time combat and the scale that we see in Legends EA creep into the mainline games, and the turn-based, more traditional top-down, right, RPG get slowly shifted into kind of a side type of game. I do think that is a possibility. And here's the thing, man. I think the turn-based combat, obviously, I agree with you, that is fundamental to everything that we've known about Pokemon so far, but it's only been represented as turn-based in the video games. In no other medium is it turn-based, right?
I mean,
and I think
I wouldn't say that TCG is turn-based.
Sure, but it's a different format. My point is,
and again, it's 30 years, and to be clear,
I don't think the time matters.
This isn't even coming from. It absolutely is, because it's 30 years of building of. The reason they're so big is because of everything they've done over the last 30 years, and this has been the core way these games are played. And to be completely clear, this is not coming from like a Gym Oneer like kind of mindset of like, no, don't be real time. I don't want real time. No, honestly, like if they were to move to real time, we've got Champions coming out. I would be totally fine with that. I'm just saying I don't feel, for one, I don't know. I'm not saying either way. I don't know if that would be a wise move. It's definitely a risky move. Maybe it's one that would pay off, but it is a risky move. And then, two, to be frank, I don't think Pokemon has the guts to be that bold to completely...
I think they even want to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's about guts or just about like that they want to.
I mean, how can you
guys... They clearly don't care about their Legends games.
That's not even true. That's not even true. I think they're testing the waters.
Yeah, I'll say this.
They built a game.
They're expanding, right? That's all that it is. But I do agree with Lumi in the sense that I don't think that this will go over to the mainline games for like years. Like maybe Gen 11,
3
you see
years.
some things. Maybe Gen 12.
I give it
is
5
like
years.
A full change. I do not think it will be like that in Gen 10 for sure, because Gen 10 was already made on the Switch 1 and all this stuff. But also, when you were doing your dishwasher thing, me and Lumi were talking about how the mainline games feel almost like an Animal Crossing cozy game, and I think
that's always been my point. Right. I've always said that Pokemon is a cozy game.
Right, I'm speaking to your point, which is I think that they are specifically differentiating the two genres.
Totally,
and I think that. Like there will be a Legends series, because like why wouldn't they want to like have two games and have two different teams working on them so they can make more games? You know what I mean? So like different types of Pokemon, and I think that's where we're going. I don't think that like maybe the mainline games get less popular, and I say mainline. This is mainline. Someone in the chat said, "Why are you saying mainline?" Whatever. This is a mainline game, and so is the main generation games. We just don't have a name for main generation.
Yeah, it's just
series.
I guess traditional is what you would have to use for Scarlet and Violet.
It's action RPG versus turn-based RPG. That's what it is.
Right. Sure. So I just think that they're gonna go on parallel streets, two streets on parallel streets, two different series. You know, this is the Legends series, and then the core mainline game are the Generation series, where we get, you know, the main thing, which is like it's more of like you get your Pokemon and you see them and you do stuff with them, and this is like already turning out to be more of a gamer's game. And it's just like what we saw in the Terra League, where it's like they're making this game for gamers, where people who actually want to use some skill and stuff, and you know, be more active.
I think there's a lot more crossover than you guys.
There will be.
There'll be crossover,
and I
just don't think there'll be an overhaul.
Yeah, no, not for years at least. Unless if this is super successful, like if this like
I mean, if this
here's the thing.
Red and blue sales, like they're gonna be like, we're doing this now.
I think it's inevitable that some of, and we've already seen it, the features, mechanics, right, the aesthetics of like whatever, like of these action games, right? We like, I guess I'm thinking about like all the different things from Legends Arceus that kind of made a half step into, right, Scarlet and Violet. And now I'm thinking about all the things that they're developing for Legends EA. What things are going to be present in the Generation 10 game, right? That slow incremental change is inevitable. Another thing that is kind of inevitable, and I think maybe we're just agreeing here, where it's like, it's not in the same 3 years, but it's like, you know, I just think it might be sooner than we think, because I think it comes down to the demand, right? And Pokemon is slow to adapt. I think they've been slow for, right? It's like some of the things we're seeing now would have been appreciated 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe, right? And I think something that we need to take into account is like, there's people who are in high school right now, maybe younger, who played Legends Arceus, right? And who are playing other action games, and now they're going to play Legends ZA 3 years later. Okay, where does that leave us in 6 years? Someone in high school, right? So let's say they're a freshman in high school or younger, let's say, and they got their Switch 2 and they're playing ZA. So 3 years from now, they're going to be out of high school. I guess if they're younger. Okay, maybe like, so Generation 11 era, right? Now there's like this new generation of demand for what a Pokemon game should be. So whether Game Freak and the Pokemon Company want to be ambitious and just jump the gun, or like that's an option, or there's eventually just going to be continued outside pressure to adapt and shape and continue to evolve the mainline games into what the general audience wants. Bye, Max.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing too, is like, what does the general audience want? Because, you know, the fact of the matter is, like, I think a lot of this topic, the answer to this topic is going to ride on how well Legends ZA performs, you know?
But I also,
if hypothetically Legends ZA, like, is their worst selling game since, you know, I don't think that'll be the case.
But I guess,
if hypothetically it were, like, I don't know, you don't have much of a reason to go, hey, let's adapt the style of our 12th best-selling games and completely ignore the style of gameplay of the 11 best-selling ones.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess what I'm imagining is like, because you're right, it's like Legends ZA, it's a completely different, Legends Arceus in ZA, they're like different SKUs of a product. They're completely different, and they are still slotted as a game that's worthy of being the yearly release of a game, right? But I guess what I'm thinking is like, if this game is just like, if every game is just another test at a technology or for an implication of a mechanic or feature, if the feature makes sense in a mainline game and they put some of the real-time combat, and I'm just saying just in the overworld, right? I'm imagining Generation 10 comes out and there's a version of real-time combat in the overworld and following Pokemon in the overworld that we see in ZA, but you still have that option to do role-playing or the turn-based combat, right? Kind of like how in Scarlet and Violet you can throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon, the Pokemon. You can do the Let's Go mechanic, right? So you can kind of the DNA is already there. You can already battle Pokemon in the overworld in Scarlet and Violet. I'm thinking if Gen 10 comes out and there's kind of and there's almost like two options of play, and that's in the game, and then Gen 10 becomes the second best selling Pokemon game of all time. Now it's like, I'm not talking about Legends taking over as the mainline series. Legends doesn't have gyms. Legends doesn't have the badges,
the combat system,
the features, the mechanics.
I think that we could live in a world where both exist in the same game somehow. Like they're both different modes of play. Pokemon does like to have things in game so that there's different ways to play with your Pokemon, right? Like, of course, there's small things like the camping features, contest, that kind of stuff. But even things like the Battle Royal, there being like single battles, but also double battles, stuff like that. So I could see a world where they both exist in the game. I just, like, as of right now, for the foreseeable future, I do not see a universe where real-time combat ever, like, even gradually overtakes turn-based.
I would even say, like, they might even put it in a generation game like Gen 11, like as another way to battle. But then in Gen 12 they take it out and like it's the normal way again. Like literally, because one thing with Game Freak is they're always trying to add new elements and new experimental things in games. Like literally all the time they try new features. So, but the main core thing stays the same pretty much throughout the whole thing.
I'm thinking about Pokemon Champions, right? Like, what is the function of Pokemon Champions if we can continue to have mainline, turn-based battles in Generation 10?
We still don't know.
I think all the gimmicks and all the Pokemon existing in Champions, and they focusing on balance in Champions and not so much in the mainline games.
Sure. To me, it could literally be a showdown. It's literally just a Pokemon.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Because I feel like I kind of see it as like that battle stadium that you can pull up on your game. My brain like sees Champions as literally they have dissected a game and pulled out that battle stadium and expanded it and made it into a game, and that's like kind of how I'm seeing it.
Because I'm thinking like, if Champions is preserving the turn-based combat, right? And we always talk about like, oh, the mainline games can be more experimental. What does that mean? Does that mean like what? Like literally, what does that mean? Could that mean that there's a new fusion of a turn-based combat, or of real-time combat? That's kind of I'm playing with the idea. Like I think
we're in agreement there. I do think it will. I do think we'll see it. I just don't think we'll ever see it and not turn-based. You know what I mean?
Which that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's interesting. You don't know what the future holds.
Yeah,
it's kind of
tough to say. Maybe Gen 10 Game Freak's gonna be like, hey, the past 1,000 Pokemon that have existed, they don't anymore. Here's your new 151. If they did that, I might would quit Pokemon if they did that.
I think you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You'd make videos.
If they said the last 1,000, they never would do this. They would
never do it.
If they said the last 1,000 don't exist anymore, like not just in game. I mean, like going forward, we don't exist. We're completely rebooting. Charizard, what's that? We don't know. We're doing new things. I would be done. Because, like, that's why I love Pokemon, right? Is, like, these creatures,
I would not be done at all.
I would be. I'd be done.
I'd be hype. I'm, like,
I'd be heartbroken,
but
I'd be done. It'd be like that moment where you realize, like, you got a toxic girlfriend. You got to break up with her. And you love her. But it's not a good relationship.
Wait, so what you're saying is so different from what I'm thinking, though. Because I'm thinking they would do it for, like, a generation and then bring back or something, or like a couple
that's totally different, and I'm fine with that. I'm saying like if they just not Charizard isn't in this game. I'm saying Charizard doesn't exist. That does not nothing before now happened.
But that's the thing is I would see them like frame it like that. Where what I'm thinking
it would be for a game
hard reboot where it's like yeah, it's like a whole reboot. It's like this is generation 1.
I'm fine with that for a game. I'm totally fine with that for a game. In fact, To be honest, I can actually see a lot of merit to having a game like that.
I can too, but I think it will never happen after Dexit. This whole situation will never happen.
That's true. Man, I'll tell you
my fans are crazy.
I'll tell you all this. So I've been working on a project that's kind of forced me to be looking a lot at Sword and Shield.
Ooh.
And dude, let me tell you something. I studied its marketing cycle, and obviously we were all there for that because we've been Pokemon fans for a long time. But truly, Dexit haunted that marketing cycle.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I
was depressed.
Honestly, not just like from a fan perspective, but also like from the company perspective. They were that month. It was E3, so early June that they announced Dexit. And they genuinely, that month, they had like 5 statements that they made about Dexit and addressing the people upset about Dexit. And it honestly, looking back, it was to the point that I was kind of sitting there thinking like, dude, maybe you should shut up and move on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you might be making this worse by like constantly bringing it, back up, like bringing back up the subject,
It's true. People forget.
It was constant. It was constant.
Interesting. That's a new video you're working on?
Yeah, it's not about that. I just happen to be I happen to be seeing that stuff whilst working on.
You want to give a tease? Because I'm I'm curious now. Is this for your channel?
That's all I'll give. Tease, yeah, it's for my channel. Nice. That's your tease.
Dude,
I talk about it, but
your theory was so good this week about and I feel like you've touched on it before, but it was a really nice like package of like, here's the theory, here's my evidence.
Sure, the Stones one. You know what's funny? I have had that just sitting on the back burner since May.
I think you've mentioned it even
that's mentioned it here too.
But it was cool to just see like a fleshed out video for it.
Yeah, I've edited that video. It's been sitting in YouTube studio since May, because I had planned it for like a certain date, but then something happened. I just got passionate about something else and wanted to make that and put it out there. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, of course,
as one does. As one does.
So like, I almost want like not to go back to this, but I do imagine Generation 10. I do imagine them to start putting out more like random side games. We talk about this like glorious Pokemon ports or this like, Pokemon collection, but I think really just what I'm interested in is like almost like technically simplified game styles. Like I appreciate that there's still like 2D versions of like new games that are, quote unquote 2D Zelda or 2D Mario. I would love like the promise of BDSP could have been so great, and I feel like it just like it definitely scratched something that I want more of. But I think there's obviously they could refine that experience and deliver not only remakes but also just new games and new experiences. I don't need a 3D game. Like I don't need a Hoenn. If we're gonna go back to Hoenn, if we're gonna go back to Johto, it doesn't need to be a remake. Like a remake's nice, but I would I don't know. It's like I would take anything. How cool? Like I'm stuttering. Imagine this: a Johto game comes out. It's in the style of BDSP. It runs nicely, right? It doesn't. There's no glitches, and it's a new story. It's like a sequel to Johto, right? But it's like very similar and inspired by the pixel art of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like, that would be great. It doesn't need to be fully open world. Not at all. Black 3 and White 3. What if it's literally just pixel art? And then think about all the stuff that they've never done before that I can't even imagine. Sure. Think about like all the different art styles that we think about and you're like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I don't know. I'm like, not everything needs to be just like a linear progress. Like, I don't need Gen 10 to be just a continuation of Gen 9. I don't need Legend ZA to just be a continuation of Generation 9, right? Like, I want them to go into different directions. So I think there's an opportunity for Game Freak, Pokemon Works, to put out games that are maybe a little bit of a fusion or a hybrid of styles,
Yeah, this makes sense with who you are, I think. I think knowing you, this is like totally
you wouldn't like that.
there's people that are more like
you seem afraid of that idea. You don't like the idea of like a
I
new
would
Johto
say
game.
I'm afraid of it, but
Not afraid,
I definitely.
Well, you guys are like, distancing yourself from that, but I guarantee if they announced that, you'd be like, "That's sick."
Brilliant Diamond. No, I really, if they put it out, like, I'd be like, not the direction I would have gone. I will still buy it. I will still play it, and I'll probably still enjoy it. Like, I'm not gonna let the like way the game looks be everything, but like that be no, I don't like it, you know, because it looks like this. I'm not gonna pout about it, you know. Right. But I like with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. If you asked me, hey, we're gonna make it in the Sword and Shield, like that kind of style, or we're going to go back and like kind of do an updated version of the 2D, I'd be like, ooh, Sword and Shield, please.
Hey, we got a commenter who wanted to say something.
Oh my goodness, it's a Quilladin.
It's Quilladin.
What's going on?
What's up?
Welcome to the Pokemon World Championships 2025.
Let's go.
Are we gonna see you? Are we gonna see you, Quilladin?
Oh, I'm the star of the show. I'm the big, beautiful star. You couldn't miss me.
Are you winning in the finals?
I want to see some of the starters.
Wait, why would you want to see the starters if I'm here?
I want to see.
That's a fair point.
I want to see Chespin. I want to see Fennekin. I want to see Froakie.
Oh, Chespin, I love Chespin. Oh,
no
Chespin.
evolutions.
Can I ask why you don't have a French accent?
That's a good point.
Why?
Oui, oui.
A French accent. Listen.
I think he's doing the accent. He's doing the accent.
It's been a long time since I've been back in the motherland. Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. Oh my God, 2013 was it? Oh my God, what a beautiful region.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think you expected this shtick to go this long.
No, I didn't. I'm like panicking now. Jake, what's going on, man?
Oh, hello.
How you feeling?
Oh, Jake's there, dude.
Quilladin, please.
They imported Quilladin. They imported him. That's all.
I love Quilladin so much.
Quilladin's great.
I'm hoping to see a Chestnut show up during the VGC events, and then that's going to be my team that I'm going to pledge allegiance to.
Oh yeah.
There were just a few things that over the past week I've like put them in my little folder in my mind, and I was like, oh, next time I get the chance, I want to run this by the Hidden Power people.
Oh, we can't wait to hear it.
Are any of you familiar with the content creator Maximilian Dude?
Max
Mofo?
Mofo?
By name. I'm better at seeing things.
So
you know?
yeah, Maximilian Dude, he is a fighting games guy. He's like the fighting games content creator, and he made a video recently called "Is Tokon Beginner Friendly?" And it's about the new Marvel fighting game that's coming out next year, Marvel Tokon. And I thought that this was such a fun video to watch because the whole time I was watching it, I was like, whoa, this actually applies to Pokemon Champions like so much. When we talk about like what makes a game accessible, what makes a game like viable for people to jump in and learn something, everything he was saying about Marvel Tokon, I was like, wow, this is like a very transferable conversation. And a point that he made that I've never heard anybody make about Champions that now I'm like, oh, I feel like this is salient, is that you know, when a Pokemon game comes out, when does everybody start playing online? Like, when do people go, oh, now we're gonna start doing online battles?
Is that right away? Right away?
Not right away.
Oh, for competitive specifically? I think it is. I think it's relatively soon. I think it's like.
Right.
Lumi, do you know off the top of your head?
It's kind of a nebulous thing, right? It's kind of like, oh, it just kind of eventually people. It's just kind of happening.
I think usually the game drops, you know, like mid-November, and then I think usually it starts in January.
Sure. Okay.
So, I mean, from launch you can do like ranked and stuff, but
yeah, I was gonna say like they start trying to do it,
VGC starts I think Januday.
Okay.
Of course. And I think like a funny thing to think about is when does any video game have the most amount of players? On day one, when the game comes out.
Yeah.
And it's funny how like most people, you're gonna play through the entire Pokemon game, you're gonna beat the campaign, you're gonna put together your team, and then by the time you're done, you're probably done with the game. You're probably like, I've played this game, I'm ready to move on to the next thing. And I think what's funny about Champions is that Champions is the first time that you are going to, on day one, immediately be fighting against other people online.
Yeah. Wow.
So you're gonna have this weird situation where on the day that the game is most popular, you are also going to have people playing online, which means you're going to have people who normally probably would never go online and play a Pokemon game, and that means that the different skill levels of people that you're gonna find online are gonna be all over the place.
Brutal.
True.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
the
just-
last
it's
time
like
I experienced this, I think was
Yeah.
in Pokemon Pocket.
Yeah, great example. Great example. And it's just this funny thing where he makes the point. He's like, so the question is Marvel, this fighting game, is this beginner friendly? And he's like, well, every game is beginner friendly when it launches. Because you have so many people all trying to figure out the game at once of varying skill levels. So when you're matched online and you're playing against other people, you have more and more and more opportunities to learn. Because like right now, Dusty, for example, if I were to go online and play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet ranked,
Yeah.
you know what would happen to
You
me?
would get demolished. You'd bring a Quilladin and a Psyduck.
I would get chewed out. It would be terrifying.
Quilladin.
They would send out that guy with the big head on the horse.
Yes.
And then they'd send out one of those,
Calyrex.
and then they'd send out that one of those genie freaks. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
even know
yeah.
the difference between them.
Landorus.
Wait, what are you? I don't
I
know
like
what types
Genie
those guys
Freaks.
are.
Genie Freaks
Yeah.
needs to just be canon now. I
Put,
think.
put back in the lamp, okay?
Yeah.
That's really
Seriously.
interesting. Yeah, because
And-
so
yeah,
much.
and- yeah.
So much of the conversation about Champions has been about like onboarding, right? There's this like promise of like onboarding players into competitive, into potentially VGC or just battles in general. So that is a pretty interesting point that this would be the first time where everyone's, I mean, I guess you could always go online, but you could potentially go online in a capacity where you're like competing in ranked, you know,
Right.
not
Yes,
just playing online randomly.
And as somebody that plays fighting games, I got really into last year Street Fighter 6. And on day one playing Street Fighter 6 online, amazing experience because I'm playing all these other people at the height of the popularity of the game who are also kind of going online trying to learn, trying to figure things out. So I'm learning and I'm winning and I'm losing. So it gives me an opportunity to grow, whereas if I go online and play Street Fighter 6 right now, no. Now it's full of only the people who have stuck around for years.
Bro, that's how I
who are-
feel. It's like 4
yes.
years into the latest Smash Brothers game. No, I don't want to fight
No.
my roommate in college because you're gonna kick my ass.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that there's going to be a cool thing happening with this game where, especially on Nintendo Switch, I always tell people if you want to win at Fortnite, go
Yeah.
online on your Nintendo Switch.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
you're matched with
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch players.
Oh, I should check
and
that out.
they're just not as good. They're not
Yeah.
as good as the ones who are like
That makes
matched with
a
you
lot
on-
of sense.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God. It is so funny. So I think that there's going to be like an opportunity here where people can maybe have fun in a way that they have not had fun playing Pokemon online before. Because even to go out of your way and play like online against randoms in a normal Pokemon game, it feels like a purposeful detour.
Sure.
Whereas this is in theory like the exact thing that the game is going to have you do like immediately. in
Yeah.
theory. So you know.
No, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's I had never thought about that little like wrinkle in all of this. Jake, do you have any expectations for like what do you want to know the most about in Champions? If we get Champions
Quilladin.
news.
Ooh, okay. What I want to know the most about in Champions is that I think the number one thing I desire with all of my heart and bones is that I need there to be some kind of teaching mechanism. I want there to be trials. I want there to
like
be
that.
like I go
Yeah.
into the game and it says, Jake, here's your team. If you don't, you need to win in 3 turns. And I only win if I choose all of the big brain correct moves. And then I go, oh, okay, the game wants me to do this, so then I can do this, and then I can do that. And I need there to be something that is like, Jake, you don't have to go watch YouTube videos. You don't have to go read on Reddit, on the forums. Like this game, I need this game to put me in a good position so that I can go and start figuring things out for myself and actually feel like the game is prepping me for the experience it wants me to have.
I would love that. Yeah. It is funny that like anytime I've actually done serious battling or put in a lot of hours in a Pokemon game battling, it's been in a format that is completely divorced from the actual competitive format VGC. Like I put in so many hours in the battle tree, in the battle maison, in the battle frontier. It's all singles. It's all gimmicks.
Yeah.
None of it. It's 3v3. None of it has to do with VGC. That is I guess that is that would be interesting if Champions has some offline
it should.
games like
I
that.
think it should. It should.
Because I've
I
actually
could see it.
I feel like for the first time in my life, I generally know how to play the Pokemon TCG because there are offline modes of play in Pokemon TCG Pocket. I've played all of my battling in that game. I think I've done like 4 or 5 matches with friends. It's mostly all my matches have been offline with decks that I've built against other competitive decks that the CPU is using, right? But I know how to play now.
Yeah.
I know how to I actually know how to play the game.
The slogan is bringing battles to everyone, I think. So that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I think they'll have like some kind of training tutorial thing.
We'll see though, because the Pokemon Company, their logo was, or their slogan was, "Gotta catch 'em all," and you can't really
that was
do
the
that
English thing. I don't know. It wasn't on the Japanese thing. Maybe
I don't
maybe
trust
you're right,
the slogan. That's my point. I don't trust the slogan.
Yeah, me too. I'm suspicious of it as well. It's just this weird thing where it's like it exists and they can always point to it and say you can go to this.
Yeah.
But that doesn't just because it exists doesn't mean that they're doing it well.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
Yes,
I think,
for sure.
Yeah, and my standard needs to, like, my expectation, to be honest with you, is that shortly after this game launches, the Pokemon Company is going to take down Pokemon Showdown. That is my expectation.
You actually expect that to happen?
I do.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
100%.
I thought that was wishful thinking.
No, they are going to attack. They are going to attack that sucker. It's going to be gone. And I think they'll let it chill for a minute. They'll be like, okay, everybody likes Pokemon champions. Okay, kill him, get him,
dude.
All right.
I can't.
So I think for that to be the case, our standard for what Pokemon champions needs to be more than it exists. It needs to be, I want this to exist and create value, do something interesting, do something well. Yeah,
for sure. I agree.
What do you think, Lou,
I agree.
as the VGC guy?
I've been thinking they're gunning
that's crazy
for Showdown. I mean, honestly too, like, you have to think probably part of the decision making of doing Pokemon Champions is that Pokemon Showdown is so popular. Everyone loves to play it. It is how all of their VGC people, every single one of those people who like get put on stream at these events, use Pokemon Showdown to like practice for it. So why would you as a corporation want to sit there and just let someone keep taking like users that could be yours? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ruby says they will not take down Showdown. They'll upset the VGC crowd that they want to please. And that's just all I care about. That is
money.
that would be
in the
funny.
immortal words of Mr. Krabs, but money.
That is so, and they also want control over like what the conversation. Like, I imagine if every single, because there are so many people who don't play VGC but they play singles on Showdown, right? Those are like the creators that I follow, and I'm like, why? If there's no incentive to go to Champions to actually make all of those video games on Champions, then they got to do it by force. And I'm just kind of laughing at all the. There's been a lot of comments by VGC people who are just being like very optimistic about Champions, and it's kind of funny if in 6 months they're actually like, this is the worst decision Pokemon's ever done. Yada yada yada. They took away my baby. They took away Showdown. I mean if that's a reality, it's kind of crazy.
I do think that might be a reality for a while because I don't think that Champions is going to just be Showdown right away. I think there's going to be things that are going to be disappointing for people that just use Showdown to like train and stuff. So, it's going to be like, I think they are going to go after it. And I think that that's going to probably cause a little bit of controversy.
Yeah, the thing to think about with Champions too is like we already know that there's that VP is how like you pay to like change moves, customize your Pokemon stats, all this stuff. And just, thinking realistically, there's a chance that some things like that, people think they're a little, like they're asking for too much on it. And so then they later have to kind of go back and be like, all right, it costs a little bit less VP to do this now, or here's a new way to get VP. Because like similarly, Pocket had the whole thing where when it launched when trading launched, which was a little after Pocket launch, people were like, this is garbage. And they have like recently gone, you're right, that's our bad. Here you go. Go's done the same thing with several different things. So I'm sure there will be things like that where Champions launches and people are like, love Champions, don't like this,
Yeah. I'm hoping for the same level of them working with the community. I don't know if I want to say that, but like TCG Pocket like keeps putting out like these like blurbs about, oh, we're changing this, we're doing this, like updates for champions will be incredible. I hope would be incredible. That's what I should say. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, something like that.
I got a lot of hope for this game. I got a lot of hope.
Yeah,
a lot of hope.
I have a I'm waiting to see kind of hope, because I just don't know yet.
Hopefully,
you know, like,
we got a little more clarity on Sunday. That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, I think we will. Yes.
Jake, did you see? Oh yeah. Go.
I just wish with all my heart that Wolfe Glick was in the game. I wish he was in the game.
Sure.
He might be.
If it was up to me, there would be a little cartoon Wolfe Glick pops up and he goes, "Hey Jake, I'm gonna teach you how to be the Pokemon champion."
Dude, that would be sick.
Like, yeah, dude, teach me, let's go. And like, I don't know, there's a way that they could.
He's your sparring partner.
Yeah. And he's like, dude, if there was something in this, okay, so something I really like, a little thing, not a lot of people caught it in the last Pokemon Champions trailer. At one point, when they're looking at like a menu that has a box of a bunch of Pokemon, there's a button on the there's a button at the bottom, and it says like auto make my team, and I'm like, wait, that's great. That's such a hard thing to do. If some algorithm
I didn't catch that.
If some algorithm in the game can put together what like a competitively viable team would be out of everything I have, that would be such an amazing entry point.
That's another.
That's
another feature in TCG Pocket. Like that exists, and it's so much fun.
Right. And could you imagine then? I'm in the middle of a battle. I'm practicing. There's a button I can press. Oh, Wolfie, what move should I do?
Sure.
Wolfie, and then he suggests, like, you know how when you learn a move and you can be like, ask the Pokemon what they think they should learn and what they should forget. Yeah, it's like I'm thinking about that. I'm like, Wolfie, make a suggestion, please. Help me, Wolfie, help me.
Or it's like it's like the voice in my head, Professor Oak's voice in my head, right? It should be it should be Wolfe Glick's voice.
Don't ride your bike indoors.
What would Wolfe do? You know, what would Wolfe do in this situation? And then he's our little Navi.
WWWD.
He's our little Navi fairy helping us out.
Hey Jake, isn't this why you put Tailwind on this mon for this exact situation? I'm like, oh my god, you're right. You're
like asking for his help, and he's like, say it. I won't do it until you say it. Please, world. Like, I need the world champ difference. Like, you have to like stroke the ego, and he's like, I'll help you.
Switch into Incineroar. He's overpowered. I'm like, okay, got it. Okay,
it's so biased. It's like bad. It's like bad AI chatbot that like is just like always says use Incineroar.
Like, special attacking water types on the field in front of you. They're at +6, and they're like,
use Incineroar. Intimidate.
You know?
If you get 500,000 victory points, you can spend them all to live call Wolfe Glick in the
that's not happening. No.
And ask him one question. He will not grant your wish, but he will answer one question.
Jake,
what's that, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where they have that?
Yeah, you gotta phone a friend.
It's literally that.
Yes,
that's funny. Did you see that there was a leak that had there was a post that came out a couple months before the Champions post or the Champions trailer, and it had like a couple nuggets in there that kind of make you think maybe this is real, because they were accurately predicted. I don't know if you saw that full list. If you have any, you didn't see any of that? There was some.
I didn't see. I'm so sorry. I didn't see any of that. But
there was just some good. Yeah.
There was some. Was this the one that I saw some people talking about? This maybe the like single player content.
Yeah, there was gym leaders.
Yes,
there were you could dress up your Pokemon. There were like fun
challenge modes. Basically,
dressing up your Pokemon in a battle simulator to me is a little like we're a mobile game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That seems realistic to me.
I just wish because like dressing up your Pokemon in an RPG, it's like, oh, okay, we're all together in this. We are like being characters. Right. But in a battle simulator, it's a little bit like, ooh, $10, please. You know.
I'm fine with that. I want to dress up my Pokemon. That's
sure.
Hey, huge shout out to Mikasa Sukas right now. They sent $50 in a super chat and said hashtag all expenses paid. Really appreciate you being here, supporting the stream.
Thank you.
Supporting the podcast. Yeah, we're going to.
Hashtag
you know what?
Expenses paid indeed.
I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna buy my ticket to California. Anyways, yeah, there was just a bunch of stuff in that in that list that kind of got me a little bit excited. I'm forgetting what exactly is in it right now, but
things I want, Dusty, is that, and this might be relevant, is that in my dreams, I don't believe this will happen, but in my wildest dreams, dear God, a roguelike kind of mode.
Yes.
For a Pokemon game.
Oh, that's wild, yeah.
Oh my God. If you haven't done it, I suggest everybody in chat, you don't have to emulate anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to go to pokerogue.net on your web browser and you can play this game right now. It is a ball. It is incredible. They should steal this and put this in the next Pokemon game wholesale.
They might.
They might.
wait, Pokerogue what?
Pokerogue.net.
I went to .com.
Rogue. That is poke, P-O-K-E, rogue, R-O-G-U-E.net. And the game will pop up. You play it in your web browser. You start with a weakling, a little dum-dum Pokemon. And as you do these battles, you grow them up. You try to see how far you can get. You're catching things. You're choosing who's going to be on your team, what moves they're going to learn. It is like a microcosm of an entire Pokemon game in one sitting. Every run is different. Your choices always matter. Everything feels meaningful and impactful. It is an incredible video game experience. Man, I would love, it would fit perfectly in a battle simulator game to just be like, okay, you're going to start off with Relincanth and you know, and you're just going to keep fighting Pokemon or whatever. And every time you beat one, you get the option kind of like in the Dyna whatever things from Sword and Shield.
Sure.
You like, get the option of like taking it with you or not. And you like build your team. And then however many battles, there's like a boss. And it's like, okay, now I beat the boss. Now you keep going. You keep changing your team, learning things. Like
it sounds like what this game could be is essentially what people imagine the frontier, the battle frontier was, where you have all these fun, unique, creative, and goofy ways to play. But we're just, I think this could all be possible. This could all be possible. Or it's just a living game over the next
add in later
20
on,
years.
Yeah, like it not launch, but I could see them doing a mode like this. They do have
I gotta pick this up. I didn't even know it was right.
According to this post, Jake, and the reason that we're giving this post any kind of validity is because it was posted in May, and it accurately named victory points. And then it also and then it also said a second post in June that seems to be from the same person predicted IVs being removed, which seems to be the case. So one mode they did say would happen would be like they described it as being similar to like a Nuzlocke, where you have your team, you go in. If your Pokemon faints, next battle that Pokemon's fainted, and just like every 10th battle is a returning gym leader or NPC, and you defeat them, and then your team gets rehealed, and you keep going the next 10 or whatever.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's like literally exactly the kind of game I'm talking about. A lot of like video games have kind of taken on this style. Roguelites and roguelikes are like super popular in video games right now. And you've seen a lot of video games years later, they come out with a roguelite mode. So like The Last of Us 2, a video game that came out many years ago, just like last year, maybe 2 years ago, they just said, hey, we're putting out the remaster, and now it has a roguelite mode. Yeah. They did the same thing with the most recent God of War game, God of War Ragnarok. They're like, hey, now you can, it's like starting over from zero and just this runs-based gaming.
Interesting.
It's awesome. It is awesome. I think it's a really good natural match for Pokemon. Kind of gives me in mystery dungeon games, there are certain dungeons you can go into where when you go into them, it sets your level all the way back to level 5. And it's like you're recruiting people in that dungeon, you're leveling up, you're doing the whole. So like this, it works. It's a really good match for Pokemon. I would love to see it.
Yeah, I guess what I'm thinking is like every time we've had a good idea to try to tack on to an existing product, they end up just making a new product for it. You know,
right?
Like I think we're all like I always think about Pokemon Home, and I'm like, oh, think about all the things they can do with Pokemon Home. And if they ever made anything that had to do with your Pokemon, like literally Champions is supposed to be a separate app that connects to Home, right? They're not going to be the same thing. Yeah. So any sort of Pokerogue could be a lot of fun, but I bet that just would be a different product at that point. You know,
yeah, they could do that.
It's such a funny question, right? Because I think I'm genuinely curious about this. If they put out Pokemon Champions and it is kind of like a bare bones, it is a battle simulator, but it is just kind of like you go online, you play ranked, whatever, and there is not a lot of single player content or like a content ladder that kind of pushes you off into it. If it is kind of what a lot of VGC people are imagining, I would guess that the fall off on that game after a week, 2 weeks, a month would be catastrophic.
Damn.
And that's just my guess. I'm not claiming I have any kind of insight into how this stuff works, but I like just for me and knowing like how big the Pokemon audience is and the kind of experiences that they have been taught to enjoy in the past, I think it would be like a really hard sell, and I do think that they would need something on the single player end to show people why it's so fun and why it's so compelling and how you can have fun with it.
That makes sense to me.
Saying you're on your own. Yeah.
Because it's like Showdown already exists. Like, why do I not play Showdown? I don't do competitive battles anymore. So it's just like I don't do it.
And it's kind of what I was saying about fighting games, Dusty. If I show you a game that I really love, a Mortal Kombat game, a Street Fighter, and I say, okay, Dusty, all I'm giving you is you can go online and you can fight other people. How many matches of you getting absolutely destroyed? Just
I would so bad. It would be bad.
Before you just go, I'm not playing this.
It wouldn't take long.
I don't know, man. So
I need some cheese. You gotta hold something up for me. Lumi would be doing 100 matches in a row. He'd be trying to like create the best set. You know.
I think that they know this though. I think that Game Freak understands this. I don't think Game Freak would put something out that wouldn't have like something for like a baby to do on day one. I don't think they would do it.
I'm the baby. Like literally, what keeps me coming back to Pokemon TCG Pocket are the new packs, but I've been getting lazy on my pack rips. But that is what keeps me coming back to battle. So I think it's gonna be the new Pokemon drops. That's probably what it's gonna be.
On another note, this whole rumor thing that we were talking about with champions, it probably will either get proven or debunked.
That's true. On
Sunday.
Mm-hmm. It'll get a little
sure
more
if we get
to
some
it
new
or
information.
Get, like, completely debunked.
If we get any information
that was like obviously in it, or
right. Because like it said that there would be another form of currency called challenger points, and that like challenger points would be a paid currency, but all that would be is like mainly like cosmetics and stuff, like getting your Pokemon clothes, getting you clothes, doing stadium skins,
right?
And that you can like actively pay for. That was another thing too, is it said the VP you can't pay for, and I believe they confirmed you cannot directly pay for VP,
but you can buy something else.
Yeah, they probably would do like I think Pocket did something similar where it's like you can purchase this pass and this pass starts you out with 10,000 more VP and 4,000 CP.
And there's different currency,
this, you know.
Like there's like 4 or 5 different currencies, and one of them you have to literally purchase, and that is for exclusive items. I don't even bother with that.
It's like Unite, dude. The currencies. Oh god, the currencies. Dude.
The currencies. It's crazy.
Did you say stadium skins, like skins for the arena?
Yeah, we were talking about that. That would be cool.
I like that.
That was
nice.
Jake. That was kind of. It feels like that might have been confirmed because they.
I disagree, but okay.
If you go to the Champions website, on the very
ones.
bottom, it says private battles. It shows a stadium that is clearly different from the stadium we've seen. Like, it's just like this little training room. And it says pick a room for, like, or something to the effect of, like, pick a room for you and your friend to battle in. It's private battles, Dusty.
The one at the bottom,
The third box.
Sure. In private battle mode, you select a format and battle against your family, friends, or other people you know. Create a room where you and the opponent you'd like to face can have an exciting battle.
See, that sounds like
the creative room is
interesting wordage here.
So this is just like this is your home base. This is like decorate. This is like my brain's geared for this. I'm like, ooh, I get to get Pokemon plushies and like statues, and I get to get a cool rug, and I want to customize everything. So and then I can invite my friends to my stadium. You know, there's like a level of customization there that I think is really good. I feel like that encourages long plays, you know, like it's something to continually add to.
To be honest about this, I think you're being a generous reader with this create a room.
It says create a room.
I know, but this is just common parlance for online video games. This is just like
listen, you can't come on the stream and throw out a word like parlance.
I'm sorry. It's just the word for like I create a room in Smash Brothers and people join me.
I know, but creating creating a room has always been a thing in Pokemon. It's always been a thing in Pokemon. Pokemon. It's always been a thing.
But there is a battlefield there that's different from the battlefield.
I hear you on that.
It could be that there's
It's like my
set
personal
ones,
gym.
though,
It's my
you know?
YMCA, right? It's like
See, listen, I love the idea of us. Maybe you get or you unlock, or there's special events where there are different arenas, because you could do so many fun things with that. I would go immediately to the lab where Mewtwo is, and he's in the back. And he's got the stuff on, you know what I mean? And then you do one that's weird. It's just you're in Professor Oak's lab and you see him back there, and he's got the 3.
He's just like peeking up from his chair every couple minutes.
You're having a little battle there. It's
That's
like,
cool.
What are we doing in Professor Oak's
Sure.
lab? You go to
You're having new battles in familiar locations and moments in the Pokemon pantheon, right? Like
that's right.
That's like, oh, that's so cool, right? Like it's like you versus your rival in Professor Oak's lab. I love that. That's fun.
The alleged leak did
Mount
say
Silver.
like that there would be events every once in a while. Like there would be challenges where like if you complete this challenge, whether it's just, hey, do 3 battles, because right now that's what they do with the global challenges. They're like, if you want this prize, it's usually just like 3 ability patches.
Yeah.
They're like, just do 3 battles. But like they're gonna have challenges that, according to this post, will reward you with exclusive stadium skins or exclusive outfits or Pokemon outfits or things like that.
Guys,
love events in every live service, every online game I play. One of the most fun things is we're doing this stupid thing this week, and I go, I want to do that. I want to do that. And it's like, imagine they do a Pokemon event and they go, hey everybody, it's 7 week. You can only use Pokemon who in their national Pokedex number
have the number 7. Yeah.
In it. It could be a 7. It could be a 70. It could be a 700. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I really think.
I would love
I think we will do things like, I do think they'll do things that are maybe not that like crazy, but I do think oh, I'm for it. But I think we'll get similar things, because they did one time they did on like the mainline games. It might have been X and Y or something.
It was like Halloween or like Santa Claus.
Halloween, yeah. And there was a tournament where it was you can only use red, white, and green Pokemon because it's Christmas colors or something like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And even, again, I'm not trying to like only reference Pocket, because it is a completely different, I mean, it's still the Pokemon company, but it's not Game Freak. But they do some they make weird connections between Pokemon based on things that I don't even realize. Like I think in the new Johto set, I got all 4 cards of Pokemon that have 2 heads. And I didn't even realize there were that many Pokemon in Generation 2 that had multiple heads. But I'm like, why are they out here making connections like this? There's, you know what I'm saying?
Love that stuff.
Yeah,
Love that
stuff.
They do stuff like this in Smash Ultimate all the time, where in their little tournament section, it's like, hey Jake, now for this little tournament this week, you can only play as fighters that were introduced in Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube. And I'm like, that's fantastic. I want them in Champions to say, hey everybody, this week it's Ash week. You can only use Pokemon that Ash used.
Who is that?
Who's that?
Dude.
Yeah.
And it makes
I knew it was coming.
That's fun. Listen, I want to keep going, but we're gonna end. If you're watching right now, we are gonna be live streaming on Sunday. I think we're starting at 7 p.m. EST. There's some calculations there that you might need to do.
Can I ask a question
please.
before you wrap up? Okay.
Ask it.
Can I get a percentage chance that before the end of Worlds, I see Mega Chestnut?
Before the end of the Worlds, like so at the closing ceremony included
by Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
By Monday, dude. I'm a be
that would be
real.
big.
I think Jake, I don't know how long you've been listening to the stream, but the argument I've been seeing online is that the Kalos starters are on the poster for this tournament. So wouldn't it be fitting that they reveal
that would be
the Kalos
huge.
starters?
That would be huge.
Oh my God, you're right. Chespin's in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all 3 there.
Oh shit.
It's so hard to say though,
And
because
then-
they couldn't put the reason I was bringing that up too is because they couldn't put the ZA starters there because they weren't revealed yet, but they could have put the ZA starters there. You know what I mean? Like instead of
They wouldn't reveal those this early though. You
No,
know?
no. I'm saying like
It's
just
Raging Bolt.
them being there.
Sure.
Raging
Sure.
Bull. It's a banana.
Raging Bolt was just on screen.
He wants a percentage. I don't know if I can give it. I
percentage.
have no idea.
No, he wants a mathematical percentage. We need to cut. We need
Oh
to.
my God.
Listen, and just to be clear, I don't care about Greed Ninja. I don't care about the other one. All I care about
Of
is
course.
Chestnut.
No, it has to be all.
That
I
would
feel
be
like it would
insane
definitely
if-
be all
It has to
three
be
though.
all three.
The
It's
mega
either
starters-
Greninja or all of them. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's
they're not
crazy.
gonna just Chestnut. You know,
Yeah, you're right. It could only be Greninja if it was one of them.
right.
And
That
so
would
it
be
has to be
insane.
all three of them.
That
I
would
don't
be
know, 'cause the
insane if
thing
they
is,
announced
what's
those.
the percentage of us getting a new mega at all, and then you have to figure out, well, then what's the percentage of that new?
That's
mega
higher than shiny
being the
odds.
Kalos
Yeah,
stars?
yeah.
I feel like I'll say this: if there's a new mega reveal, I do feel like the Kalos starters are have a high chance.
I will not agree totally. I will say there's a 20% chance, maybe.
Oh, I was
maybe
hoping for
15.
so much higher.
Maybe
I
15.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't go higher than 20.
No, because
I'm
the thing
devastated.
is, I really think if they reveal one, it's gonna be just a random one, and then they're just gonna be, like I said at the beginning of the stream, they're gonna reveal that they're in the game because we don't even know if they're in the game yet.
Right.
Though you can.
I
assume.
think I feel like that's too big of an announcement. I feel like 3 megas
Yes.
out of
You're
the
right.
limited amount of megas that there are, and I don't think Jake knows
might
any
be
of the
right.
spoilers, so I don't want to spoil them. But like,
No, yeah, I don't want to.
it's just too much.
I'm just saying.
It's just too
I
much.
think
It feels
that-
like too much of a reveal.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Or maybe
100%, and
it's a big reveal, and that's why it's exciting. They're like, we've been saving this for Worlds. We want you to look at Worlds, and then we can
I'm
say,
just-
you like
Yeah.
these? Guess what? They're playable in Champions, and that'll be the new thing next year. I don't know.
There's always a chance. There's always a chance. But for me,
I
it's
do
like
think
if this is the like Worlds news trailer, like we get a trailer at Worlds, that would
Yeah.
be the trailer for August, let's say, and then September they're gonna have to do something. And since they showed us a lot of the gameplay actually in this,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna go over it. Like I don't know what's left for them to show other than new megas. To be honest, so like it's like September might be like, oh, let's do the big new megas trailer where it's the 3 Kalos
I mean, I want to
starters.
see Zygarde. I
I do
want to
think
see the
they're
characters. I
definitely
want to see
getting
the
revealed
world.
before release. Like that's
I
not
agree.
going to be
I
ones
agree.
that they save for you to experience in game. I think that those are ones they're absolutely.
Well, here's the thing,
revealing
Lumi.
before.
Here's the thing, Lumi. Do they do that or the main starters? Like, so
I think that because
there's a
like
world. There's a world where they do the Legend ZA starters instead of
Right.
the Kalos ones, and then they save the Kalos ones for the big shock and awe
Sure.
surprise in the
I
game.
think,
Maybe they're
though,
part of the
it's
story.
Kalos starters. I think it's the Kalos starters though,
I
because for
generally
one,
agree, yeah.
with Legends Arceus, like having these mixed batch of starters and them getting Hisuian forms, I feel like there's just already like kind of an understanding amongst fans that the ZA starters are getting something, whether that's a Collogium form or a Mega. And then, honestly, I feel like, for one, by showing off the Kalos starters getting Megas, you create some more mystery about, well, I thought the ZA stars were going to get Mega. Are they going to get something else?
Yeah.
What's happening there? But then also, too, my big thing is they haven't shown Froakie, Fennekin, or Chespin in any trailer. Technically speaking, we do not know that
It's
those Pokemon are
literally
even in this
offensive. It's
game.
a slap
It
in the
is
face.
being built up for a reveal of,
Where
look, they're here.
is
Not only are they
Froakie?
here, they're better than ever.
Dude.
Yeah, it does make sense.
It's a slap in the face, and Game Freak should be ashamed of themselves.
Completely agree. The second best Pokemon of all time, Quilladin, is not getting the respect he deserves. And we must right this wrong. 2025 was supposed to be his year in the sun.
I know, literally.
Jake,
I mean,
how do you feel if
2024
there's
actually,
no
but-
Mega Chestnut at Worlds, but they reveal Mega Psyduck?
Oh, that'd be big. Oh, he'd be super happy.
That's good.
That is good.
Wait,
That'd be
yeah, no,
that'd be
I would like-
wild.
I'm starting to feel like Psyduck's not even in ZA. That's how I feel.
He'll be in.
Maybe,
Wasn't
maybe,
he?
who knows?
He was in Kalos, right?
But
I
that
feel like
doesn't
the
mean
fact-
anything.
The
Just
fact that
because
I
he was in
haven't seen him-
Kalos.
The fact that I haven't seen him in a trailer yet to me is
Have you not?
is normally Psyduck is one of the first
Sure.
little guys that they trot out there.
Always.
They love trotting out a Psyduck.
Yeah.
So
He's literally on screen right now, like on this official stream.
Dog, it's
By the way,
literally
shout out
my
to
dream.
our friend in
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie Merriman's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
He's been on the podcast. Shout out to him. He's not watching this.
Yeah.
And three of us
He's
have
gotta
been
tread
on-
carefully.
All three of us have been on his show.
He's got to tread
Yeah, true.
carefully when it comes to our podcast. He's not trying to get fired.
And us in general.
Oh, I didn't get to say, by the way, but my ZA hype is through the roof.
Oh yeah.
cool.
That's good.
Good.
That's good.
Through the roof. I've been
As is
asking,
mine, my friend.
Oh, I've been asking for this action-based Pokemon game
Yeah.
since I was 7, and now they're bringing it, and it sounds to
I'll be
me
right back.
like they are. Wait, hold on. Blackwood's 2548 in the chat says Psyduck has been seen in trailers. Wait,
Has
Are
it?
you serious? Are you
Oh,
serious?
maybe it has.
Would Blackwoods in the chat
I can
lie?
check for you right now. I don't think
He
it would.
lied.
Let's see. Available
don't know.
Pokemon.
Familiar with Blackwoods? Are they a
You know,
liar?
it's funny that he says that though, because I did think that I had seen Psyduck in ZA before.
You
in
know,
some-
though, I'm
This is me.
looking. I'm looking on Cerebee's available Pokemon
okay.
thing, and I don't see Psyduck and or Golduck listed.
Blackwoods,
so
he might have lied.
Oh,
he might have lied.
liar in the chat.
maybe on accident, but he
It might
I
be
think
an
he lied.
accidental little fib.
Wow.
Maybe an accidental
Believe it.
fib. Or maybe Cerebi missed it.
I mean,
you need
maybe
to tell him.
Cerebi missed it. I will say credit to Joe. Like he usually is pretty.
He doesn't
on
miss
that.
things too.
Yeah.
It's just wild to me that there are. I think Psyduck is one of these few Pokemon that I think has been in like literally every single Pokemon game. I think he's one of those little freaks. And
I think you're right.
like, if they make the first action-based Pokemon game, my dream again since I was 7, and they go, but Jake, no, not this one. This is the first one he skipped. What is going on?
That's so cruel.
So uncool.
Yeah.
I want him to run around with me. I want to command his little water gun. Now, Hallie or Haley is in the chat saying they're pretty sure Psyduck was swimming in one of the. I think we're all having mass delusions right now.
Yeah, I think this is a Mandela effect going on. Yeah.
Oh
Part
my
of me
God.
thinks that they exist, or that Psyduck exists in this game. I don't know why, but I feel it.
Okay. Oh my God. It would
I
just
would
be
have to
incredible.
rewatch trailers. But
just-
Cerebi
just-
says no.
the whole running around in this game with your little
Yeah.
guy walk
Yeah.
like. I feel like there's a moment in one of these preview videos that you guys were watching where the little bird Pokemon, the little orange bird, is like flying around with the trainer, and it felt so kinetic. It felt so like, oh my God, stuff is happening the whole time in this game. And I always said one of my favorite things about Legends Arceus is it's the only Pokemon game where you can do 2 things at once. And I've always thought that was so fun, and I feel like Pokemon Legends ZA, it's like the first Pokemon game where the game never stops. And I love, that's all I want.
I could
That's
see
all-
that.
I love that. I love that. Like you never have a moment where you cannot take action. You can always be moving.
Yeah.
You can always be dodging. You can always be like managing your different attacks or whatever.
And I think
keep thinking about.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
No, that's just something I'm really excited about as well. And I think earlier, about like an hour ago, we were talking about like how much of this in the blueprint of these Legends games will seep their way into the mainline turn-based games. And I feel like some of those, that like the elements you're describing, I feel like that is what is going to end up being in Generation 10 in those like core series games.
Oh, I don't want it. I want it to stay over here.
Really?
Yeah, I want it to stay
Why?
over here because there
You don't want more of the
there's
same?
There's too much stuff wrapped up in the mainline Generation games that they have to deal with. I love that the Legends games are aimed at Jakey. I love that they're aimed at me. That these are games that, like, when you go back to the Terra League and they're pitching Legends Arceus, they're like, we want to make games where the gameplay systems are attractive to more advanced players. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me.
Yeah.
I play video games, and it's like the fact that they are giving themselves the room to try these. I'm not interested in them bringing these back into the main generation. I'm interested in developing them further over here.
Okay.
I loved what was happening in Legends Arceus, but I love how they said, let's swing further for Legends ZA. Let's elevate. Like now I'm wondering not what's going to be in Gen 10. I'm wondering the next Legends game after this. How do they elevate? How do they elevate again? And like, and
that's going to be that's fun.
Because there are so many places that you can take this now.
Yeah.
And especially when you consider that this is still a Switch 1 main platform game.
Yeah.
And having an action-based game on Switch 2, I've got like this vision now of like you're riding on a Pokemon and battling with it at the same time.
Yeah.
And like you could do crazy things.
Dude, that's cool. That is really fun.
So I'm more interested in that, and I do hope at some point there will be a multiplayer component to this action-based stuff. I think that'd be
absolutely
so fun.
Yeah.
Even if it's just co-op, even if it's just a PvE, I'd love that as well.
Dude, that's fun.
Multiplayer. It's asking for multiplayer. For these like rogue mega battles,
it's actually disappointing that there isn't. Yeah, I'm like, they could do something.
That's
really cool
that's the next level. That's what we're talking about, like how they're going to elevate it. It's do this, but with multiplayer like raids. Like it's it's right there.
I just want to
to jump on.
And maybe that's that next step. Jake, assuming that the next Legends game would revisit an older region, what's your pick?
Right. Alola.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Pokemon.
yeah.
Always.
Pokemon
Based
Legends.
answer.
Always my favorite
Necrozma.
region. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my
Prism.
god. Alola and like, oh my god. Alola to
Legends
me
Z moves.
speaks to the Legends pathos a little bit.
Yeah, no,
I think that it's such like
It could be-
verdant ground for what you could do there. It's really compelling.
It could be futuristic, but still wild. Right?
Here's my pitch for it. I want to go not just historical past. I want to go ancient past. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So imagine instead of the islands of Alola, we went so far back that you're looking at Pangea. They're all one continent together now. Okay, and it's one big island. And
That's awesome.
I think you could do something really cool where it's like the natives of Alola.
Yeah.
You know? That would be so fun to me instead we're always the colonizers, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I want to be the natives. Yeah.
Dude, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, and that could parallel the Ultra Beast, which basically show up out of
Yes,
nowhere,
dude.
right?
Yes.
And we have to fend off. We have to fend.
the land.
Yes, dude, protect the land.
Yes.
That's really cool. And what it can be is like, and think about the videos, right? Where it's like they introduce new characters that are coming to this ancient Alola region, and now it's like, oh, but it's a descendant of Brock, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's a descendant of this person.
Here would be my pitch. For
That's
it.
fun.
First trailer. The whole thing is a Pokemon game that takes place before we have invented Pokeballs. There are no Pokeballs. You have to form a pact with the Pokemon. Okay. And then
Isn't that like kind of like Power World a little bit?
Like Mystery Dungeon, kind of like Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah. But
Maybe it wasn't
imagine
Power
this.
World. It was something
Digimon.
There's
No,
a
not Digimon.
character you see in the trailer, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure how I feel about this guy, and he kind of looks like N from Black and White. You're like, what is this? And he's got all of his Pokemon friends with him, and no Pokeballs. So in this game, to catch a Pokemon, you have to make a literal trap. You have to actually get them in like you have to set the net. You have to do the whole thing. Oh my god,
You have to weaken them.
insane.
Oh, dude, that's really fun. The setting for Alola really would be so good because there's a lot of Pokemon, and I'm thinking about even like if that's where regional forms started. It's like, yeah, I mean, I guess we would just get more of those ancient versions of Pokemon that we already know.
Imagine if they took the
saying-
Alolan forms and gave us like a hybrid between the two forms, you know?
In my head, I was thinking that you would go into this ancient Alola, and there would be the Paradox Pokemon from Scarlet.
Sure.
And then when the Ultra Beasts are coming through the wormholes, also coming in through are the Paradox Pokemon from Violet.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I think I've given that up. No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think I've given up that the Paradox Pokemon are real Pokemon. So like,
Yeah, sure.
So, but they could manifest.
That's fair.
They could manifest through a wormhole the same way the
And
Ultra Beast
it
would.
also can just be it's Legends. I feel like the Legends games are not in like the same timeline as like the actual main generation games. I don't know what the official ruling is on this.
Yeah.
But I totally feel that it's like a multiverse situation, and it's like it's close. It's maybe not exact, but it's close.
Yeah.
That's my take. Yeah.
Damn. Listen, my installation, my plumber's coming over to install the dishwasher. So we got to wrap up. But
We've been going a while.
Yeah, we have been going a while. We did get a super chat by Nerdy Seb. Appreciate you being here, man. He says,
Thank you.
"Did I ever say?" Hold on, let me get this right. I'm trying to work on my Plagueis voice.
I know what you're trying to do because I read it earlier.
I lost it. I had the voice in my head, and now I'm like, I don't know the starting point.
Then instead do it in a completely different voice.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I'm going into like.
No, pretty good.
No, it went a little Hobbit.
so bad.
I think
it
you
went a
have
little
to have,
like.
a hood on to really embody him.
I thought not. No, that's not right either.
You started doing it. I was thinking Bane from Batman.
Yeah, that's like where
Yeah.
that's like bleeding into that. It's bleeding into that.
Yeah.
I like when he says, "Do it."
Yeah, of course.
Do it.
That's my fave. Yeah.
Do it, Anakin. He's
Thank
too
you, Nerdy
dangerous
Seb.
to be kept alive.
Kill him. Kill him now.
Kill him. Yeah. Can you feel it, Luke? Can you feel it? Dude, he loves the dark side. Anyways, thank you, Seb.
Yeah,
Thank
we've
you,
been
Jake, for
streaming a
hopping
while,
on. That
for
was kind of a
sure.
fun little surprise. Listen, thank you to everyone who's hanging out right now. Thank you to Mikasa Sukasa for the giant donation.
Yes.
And we appreciate all the gifted memberships earlier in the streams. Thank you guys. You guys
All the
keep
super
us.
chats.
You keep this podcast running. We are completely independent, and we appreciate you guys. Yeah, if you Sunday, 7 p.m. EST, we're gonna be streaming right here. We're gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be watching the World Tournament. We're gonna be, I guess it's Pokemon Worlds, and we're gonna be, we'll just be doing more of this, more discussions. I'm super pumped. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you're new. Oh, Jake, do you have anything to plug?
Please check out my podcast, Critical Error. Patreon.com/Critical Error. Each and every week there is a we didn't do a main pod this week because I've been sick, but we did a bonus pod, and we always do a bonus pod for our patrons. This week we talked about sick games that you play when you're sick.
Love it.
And
That's fun.
and yeah, and a bunch of other silly things. But Critical Error, a brand new YouTube channel, brand new podcast with my friend Peter, who is incredibly talented.
So good.
And I gotta say I'm proud of it. I think it is a good podcast.
It is good.
Thank you.
It is good. I feel like I'm always learning stuff listening to it.
Thank you.
Um,
It's about the way we talk about games.
Yeah. Lumi and Soul, do you guys have any when you think about playing games when you're sick, what do you think of?
Playing games when I'm sick?
Pokemon.
That's so random. I mean, Jake was sick, I guess, and that's why we're playing games when we're sick. Is that what you're saying?
No, he was saying on the podcast on his new podcast that was their latest topic that they were playing
I'm
games.
sorry.
when they
I
were
was
sick.
actually trying to find Psyduck for Jake, so I missed a little bit of that.
Yeah, some people in the Discord were tagging me. There is some compelling evidence that Psyduck is in ZA. I saw that blurry screenshot.
Yes,
So-
now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. I
I
don't
know
know
it's
about
hard
that.
to say. It could be a
Yeah.
lot of things.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's Psyduck.
if it compels anybody to check out our Patreon, $5 and above members, I wrote this week.
I'm about to sign up.
I wrote a slam poem about sick games, and I presented that to my co-host.
Sick
this week.
games?
Sick. That's
Like
right,
when
sick
you're
games.
sick. When you're sick.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if I really have any. I don't know. You, Lumi? You said Pokemon.
You don't have any
Pokemon.
like
I mean,
memories
I really
of playing
only
games?
play Pokemon. So.
You don't have any memories of playing games like when you're sick as a kid?
Honestly,
Mine's
I
Pokemon-
just
mine's Pokemon
slept
Coliseum.
and
There, I'll
watched
say it.
TV when I.
It's Pokemon
was
Coliseum.
sick.
Pokemon Coliseum. I had like one of those little box TVs, and I set it up underneath a couple chairs. I literally made a fort, and I was so sick, like disgusting mucus, but I played the heck out of that game. I also remember playing what is it? Maybe Majora's Mask. That's a tough game. Tough game to play when you're
games
sick.
while I was sick, but I can't say a specific.
Yeah.
I've
one
got
that's
vivid memories, like puking
Well,
and then
it's-
going back to play.
Well, so Dusty, I sent you in our little chat right here. I sent you a link to a video I posted on Blue Sky.
Let's see.
And maybe this would illuminate better for everyone.
Oh, this is
exactly
this is great.
what a sick game is. Yeah,
Here we
maybe
go.
this
What
would
a
help.
sick game.
This is called
Yeah, exactly.
Sick Games.
Uh,
All right, here we go.
Are you playing
Sick
it right
games.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
playing it.
talking sick games.
Okay.
The games you play when your body's in flames, when your world feels shitty and your nose is a mess, when even your thumbs feel too tired to press. Smash Brothers Online? No, that's a death knell.
Whoa.
It's too fast. There's no pause. Watch out for that coughing spell. I drop my controller to blow my nose mid-match, mid-life. Come back to find I've been KO'd twice.
There's really good music.
They
You guys
say
can't hear
curl
it.
up
Thank you.
with a
Thank
good
We
book.
can't. We can't. I'm
Like
just
it's
trying to
I hear
live
it.
in the moment.
But visual
How are you
novels
hearing it?
got too much
Through
text,
him.
and my head just ain't. The words start swirling.
Oh, this is good,
Plotline
Jake.
bends.
Thank
Feels
you.
like every choice leads me to the bad end. And
wait,
no,
this is a
I'm
good
not
part.
booting up those Gooner games.
No!
Not in this state. My
That good part.
performance would be in shame. It's a slippery slope when your fever sweat slick.
Ah.
And besides, nobody wants Joy-Con stick.
Oh.
What's the best stick game? One slow as a Sunday nap.
Are you still going, or did it loop?
Stakes are
almost
low,
done. This
and
is
you
the
don't
last
need
verse.
a map. Maybe Stardew Valley planting beans
Yes.
in a row,
Yes.
or Animal Crossing where the weeds grow slow. A game where you sip soup, half slumped in your chair, close your eyes for a second, and wake up to find my wife has sold my turnips, spent my bells,
No.
and I'm going down, down in an earlier round. The end. This is called
Yo, that's
Oh my
good.
gosh.
So this is the kind of
That's
stuff
some-
that you can expect on the podcast, on Critical
That's
Error
right.
podcast.
That's right. Well, every pod we prepare a piece of writing in advance that we
this is
share
good.
with the other one.
Yeah.
So there's a piece of like, okay, we've got this. We're gonna read it to the other one. The other one responds. They're hearing it for the first time.
Oh, I love it. Jake, amazing. Guys, go check out Critical Error podcast. And Jake's co-host actually used to lick lamps.
Yeah, I've got that
That's
video.
another
a lot
clip.
about you guys.
No, that's another clip. That's another clip. Listen, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, guys. Thank you, viewers. We appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for all the donations. We'll see you on Sunday. Be here Sunday. We're gonna be talking some Pokemon World.
Chestnut.
Chestnut, yeah. Nah.
Let's go.
I want to see a Bayleaf. That's actually